Biafra, where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want am strong. The Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. In unity we go dey strive, fight for freedom we go alive. With courage and strength we dey fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. With Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, oh I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
Breaking news reaching us now. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has been arrested, extradited to Nigeria, and is right now being arraigned at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Kanu is facing charges bordering on treasonable felony instituted against him at the Federal High Court.
It was an unjust war.
Long ago, in the heart of Biafra, a nation was born from the ashes of war. A war that scarred the land and its people, yet it never killed the spirit of freedom.
The war aim of Biafra is purely to prevent ourselves being slaughtered, nothing more.
It was in this land, scarred by conflict, that Nnamdi Kanu was born, a son destined to revive the dream of independence for Biafra.
And if anybody is going to judge our success and failure in this war, it will have to depend on how much we have prevented the enemy from killing us.
Raised with the echoes of his ancestors' struggles, Kanu understood that the wounds of war ran deep in the hearts of his people. The scars from the Biafran War, which ravaged the land and cost countless lives, had never healed. The dream of an independent Biafra, broken but not forgotten, lived on in the hearts of those who survived. It was these voices, these memories, that called him to action. As Nnamdi Kanu grew, so did his voice. He became a preacher of justice, a messenger for those who were unheard. He spoke not just for his generation, but for all those whose lives were shattered by the war. The pain of the past was alive within him, and his words resonated with the cries of the oppressed. But as Kanu's message spread, so did the fear of the establishment. His calls for self-determination grew louder, shaking the very foundations of the government. They feared the revival of a Biafran spirit, one that could awaken the wounds of the past and ignite a new conflict. And so, they moved against him. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, his body captured, but his spirit unbroken. The authorities believed that imprisoning him would extinguish the fire he had started. But they failed to understand the depths of his cause. The pain of the war, the bloodshed of the past, was not something easily forgotten. It was a flame that could never be fully extinguished. His arrest became a symbol of the struggle that began in the blood-soaked fields of the Biafran War. The demand for freedom was still alive. The fight for justice continued, not just for Nnamdi Kanu, but for all the lives lost, for all the children born into a world of scars. The fight for Biafra is not just his fight. It is the fight of all those who have ever dreamed of a free land. And though the past may haunt the present, the future is still unwritten. As long as the story of Nnamdi Kanu is told, as long as the voices of his people rise, the dream of Biafra lives on. Arrested again, 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 and yet again.
I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra, my right to agitate, my right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism.
This is Nnamdi Kanu speaking. Biafra land, listen. They thought they could silence me, but they didn't just cage me. They caged your spirit. They made you forget that our land still bleeds, that our people still suffer, that nothing has changed. 5 years in chains. But what about you? Are you not free? Or have they bound your voice with fear? The struggle was never about me, it was about you, your children, your land, your future. So I ask you, where is the fire that once burned in your heart? Where is the voice that once roared for freedom? Wake up! Rise again. Speak. Act. Remember who you are. This is Nnamdi Kanu.
No fear for our land. We go stand together, fight for freedom now. No surrender.
This day is more than just an opening, it is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose, an occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently, simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political views. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous Chukwubikem Arinze.
Face many things, we don't fall. Them took a Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them catch we still they strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land. From night.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. We have come once again to give you a blockbuster of what is happening in Biafra land and what is going on in the restoration of Biafra. You are welcome to this amazing program. Remember, every evening, same time, we come here with review to give you the first-hand information on what is happening. Remember, tomorrow our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be in court again, and we will prepare and wait for him. No matter the accusation they bring against him, we know that already he is winning. You must prepare your mind for everything, and I bet you we are going to overcome. Let us listen and hear what the Biafrans have to say on this. One of you once again to this very program. And today, as you all know, we chose a topic which says, happening now. United States of Biafra Monday sit at home. The delegitimization of Nigerian terrorist government sealed. It is a very special Monday, and a lot are happening. So many things have happened already, and more things are going to happen. But I bet you, wherever you are as a Biafran, do not get distracted. We will continue to tell our story. We will never stop. Whether they like it or not, we will continue to tell our story. Wherever you are in Biafra land, as long as you are in Biafran territory, the present south is Lower Korea, Lower Benue, you must prepare for what is coming. Prepare for what is coming. There is danger. If anybody is telling you that all is well, you should know by now, we have come a long way. We have gone through this road in the past, and it is coming back again. But I bet you, this time around, history is not going to repeat itself, and we will not allow it to happen the way it happened in 1967. But we don't just say that and go to bed. We go to work. If you do not want to have the program that happened in 1967 to happen again, you must stand up and go to work. As long as you are a Biafran, you must stand up and go to work. That is the only thing that can save humanity in Nigeria. You know, each time we call for the disintegration of Nigeria. It is not out of hatred. It is not out of greed, envy, or jealousy. It is not out of pride. Why we call for the disintegration of Nigeria is to save life. Because it has become very clear that the only remedy to the atrocities that is happening in Nigeria, atrocities committed by the Nigerian government and its terrorists against human beings, against the indigenous people, the only thing that can stop that is the disintegration of the zoo. Until Nigeria is disintegrated, this evil will continue. Humanity will continue to be abused, and people will continue to lose their life on a daily basis. There is no way you can force people that do not have the same ideology together to form a country. It doesn't work that way. Countries are formed alongside with people that have common interests. People that have common interests, they are the people that come together to form a country. You cannot be boasting of having a country or preaching a country with people that you do not share anything in common with. Nigeria is not a country. What you see there is a geographical space where people of diverse ideas are forced to be together. And you know what will be the final result of that? Is an explosion. That is why many of them use the phrase that Nigeria is sitting on a cake of a gunpowder. But it's unfortunate that the people that give this phrase at the same time refuse to take action. Some of them are very good in giving you speeches, and you will love it, you smile and you clap for them. But when it comes to the solution to the problem, to end the death that is imminent, they have nothing to give you. They have nothing to offer. But for us, the Biafran people, we don't miss words. We say it the way it is. The solution, disintegration. Let the Arewa people be on their own. Arewa people are people of same value system. People in Arewa have the same value system. And I bet you they will be very comfortable in a caliphate. Allow them to go their separate ways. Look at the Oduduwa people. These are the people that have the same value system. Allow the Oduduwa people to be on their own. Grow in their own space, at their own speed, and practice whatever they choose to practice on their own. In like manner, when you come to the old southeastern region, the Biafra land, these are people that have the same value system, the same lifestyle, almost the same religion is what they have. They have the same food. The same kind of food is what they eat. When you see them standing side by side, you hardly differentiate who is who. People that have the same value system, the Biafran people, allow them to go their separate ways and secure their boundaries. In the Middle Belt also, you have people that have similar value system. Allow them to be on their own. This is a genuine call that we are making. We have made this call silently. We have made it in writing. We have made it through a protest. We have made it in so many ways, but nobody seems to be paying attention. Instead, they come after us and they take millions of lives. And that is why the stage we are today is not talking. We have decided to walk away from that zoo. From the 29th of November 2024, Biafra was redeclared. And as we speak, we are seeking for recognition from other international communities and pursuing the full restoration of Biafra on the ground. That is where we are today. You can continue to pretend. The government can continue to pretend that they are in charge of our territory. They are not. It's a question of time. We are going to root every single idiot that have occupied our space. We will root them out and we will take back our land by force. For those who are Christians, it says the kingdom of God suffereth violence, and only the violent take it by force. And as it stands today, there is no other way except to go by force and take our land. And that we will do. And while we are doing that, we will do it in obeying all international laws. That was why our Prime Minister went through all the process. He went through all the process to establish a government in exile. And that government in exile was able to build itself and went ahead, conducted self-referendum, created an army of liberation, had every single government parastatals under them, and has a territory that they control. Finally, redeclared Biafra and called it the United States of Biafra. That is where we are today. They can continue to pretend not to see what is happening. We have communicated to them officially. And we will continue to do what we have to do for the world to hear our voice. Today, being Monday, is one of those days we make our voice heard to the world. And wherever you are watching me today, if you are watching from Biafra land and you have a report in your area, feel free to click the link and come in and give us a report. The restoration of Biafra is going to happen. They can delay it for all I care, but I bet you it's going to happen quicker than they even expect. There is no compromise in the restoration of Biafra. We will not compromise. Neither are we going to give chance to anybody. We will not allow any idiot to come from anybody, because the grievances that we stated out on the 29th of November 2024, we are still almost the same grievances that was there in 1967. The same grievances in 1967 are still present up to today. They are still very much, even more. It is worse now than it was then. That is why it has become necessary to walk away. And there is nothing that will stop us. Wherever you are in Biafra land, it is a task that you must be part of. And if you think it doesn't concern you, You think it's just the Igbo Biafrans. Or you think because the war is not yet in your village for that, you don't want to pay attention to it. You are waiting for the war to come to your village. You're waiting to get your own brother involved. You're waiting until your own relative is kidnapped before you take action. There's no problem. There are so many of us that cannot wait. There are many of us that cannot wait for it to affect our family directly or our villages before we take action. That is why we are here. We are going to follow every legal means acceptable internationally to get our freedom. And that is the path we have chosen. And there is no going back. I want to play this speech or interview that was granted by our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, when he was interviewed. I want you to pay attention to his response, to his explanation of what transpired during the Civil War. What transpired, what we went through, and you compare it to what is happening now, and tell me, after seeing all that, are you going to look back and allow somebody to enslave you? The answer is no. Let us hear from our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, what he has to say.
The term, but actually the Biafran problem was nothing except being genocidal. There was no distinction. The mere fact that you were an Easterner in those days labeled you fit only for one thing: death, and death at the hands of the Nigerian authorities. The Igbos and their associates were killed in practically every village in northern Nigeria. They were killed in many places in western Nigeria. They were in Lagos, even on Kata Bridge, the very center of Lagos. People were looked at and thought, oh, this looked an Igbo, and killed. The very first army officer killed in Lagos, actually, during that time was from Calabar, was killed on the bridge, and so on. Igbos were being hunted out and killed. The Igbos that remained in Lagos after the war began were herded together and detained without any trial or anything, no question of any legal rights. Till today, property of Igbos are still sequestered in various areas of Nigeria, and they have not been released, not all of them, to the Igbos, the original owners. Oh no, we're quite certain. In fact, the only reason it is not called or not accepted as genocidal is because of the Cold War. At that time, anything ethnic-based was almost like an insult to humanity. And ethnicity became a term of abuse in politics, that's all. If it were today, certainly, what happened in Nigeria is much, much worse than what you have seen of Rwanda, not to talk about Eastern Europe.
I hope you have heard from our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu. Every single thing he said here is exactly what is still happening as we speak. The atrocities are still going on. They are still taking the life of people simply for the fact that you are a Biafran, Igbo Biafran and their associates. As long as you're from the old southeastern region, they are ready to take you again and again. They did it just recently during the election of the drug baron, who is the president. During that election, the Biafrans were singled out and many lost their life. And they are going to do it again. They are going to do it again in this their so coming forth election, 2027 or whatever they say. If nothing is done, if you keep silent and begin to support this evil, if the world is silent or those who are concerned are silent, only the Biafrans, This is what they did in the past election. They are still going to do it again. And they will do it again and again and again. So when we say disintegration of the zoo is to save life, that is exactly what we mean. It's been more than 60 years and still counting. And yet, these atrocities and genocide against Biafra is still ongoing. People will be singled out and their life taken away from them simply because they are Igbo Biafrans. Do you know that it went to the extent that even Yoruba people, Yorubas, we are identifying their own people as Igbos and they were taking their life? Simply because you look clean, you look rich, you appear like a typical Biafran, because a typical Biafran appears very neat 24/7. They are rich, they are well read. Simply because you appear in that manner, you might be a Yoruba man, an Oduduwa person, and they will take your life. It happened during the past election. It continues to, even as we speak, it's still happening. In a bus stop, they will mistake you. When you appear clean, they will mistake you for a Biafran. And before you know it, whatever you are doing there, they go against you. And if you're not careful, it's not taking you, lose your life. This thing continues to happen again and again and again and again. The only way to stop this atrocity is to walk away from the zoo. That is why we are doing what we are doing. That is why we are talking on different platforms. That is why we are shouting and crying. That is why we will not stop talking. Because the atrocities against us is so much. It is a whole lot. Biafrans have made up their minds to walk away from the contraption called Nigeria. Biafrans have made their choice that we will no longer be part of this zoological republic called Nigeria. We are out from them, and we will never, ever be part of them, not anymore. Biafra have been redeclared, and while we will continue to pursue recognition, we will not fold our hands. We will come against everybody that came against us. We will fight anyone that fights us. Anyone that comes to rape our women, our sisters, and our mothers, we are going to take them down. We are going to give them back whatever they give to us. And there is no going back. So wherever they may be, whatever they might do, it doesn't matter under which umbrella they are hiding to distract us. We can never be distracted. It is time for us to defend ourselves, defend our land, defend our country, and that is what we are going to do. Unapologetically, we will continue to defend Biafra land in all angles, in all areas, in all corners. And wherever you are, you're watching me now as a Biafran, the sit at home must continue. Every one of us know the importance of the sit at home. We have achieved a lot with the sit at home. If not for the sit at home, I bet you our Supreme Namazen Nandekano might not be alive today. If not for the sit at home. If not for the sit at home, so many things you are seeing, the little piece you are seeing in Biafra land today, you are not going to find it. If not for the sit at home, the world would have not known what we are facing and what we are going through. So the sit at home must continue. It does not matter what the enemies think. It doesn't matter what they feel. They will try to water it down. Sometimes they come and tell you it is not happening. Forget them. Forget the propaganda and the blackmail. We are here, and we will continue to tell you that the sit at home is going on. And I thank Chukwu Okara that the Biafran people are not distracted. The genuine Biafrans are not distracted because they know what they want. Biafrans are not distracted. It doesn't matter what the enemies are doing. It doesn't matter how they try to do it. We cannot be distracted. The Biafra land is under lock and key. And that is how it will remain. That is how it will remain. Whether they like it, whether they don't like it, we will continue to hold on to the seat at home until we are free. What you are watching now on the screen is the update of today's seat at home. This is the update today. The United States of Biafra platform, that is where this is coming from. Give us the strength to heed the humanist call, to give and not to count the cost. Each day, sit at home, 5th May 2025. You can see Biafrans. This is today's update. With all their propaganda and blackmail and denial, you can see that Biafrans are not moved. Every shops and businesses are locked down. Biafrans have made their mind. This is a great sacrifice that they never believed that the Biafran can make. Biafrans are known to be businessmen and women. They never believe that we can leave our businesses. They never believe that we can lock up our businesses for the sake of freedom. This is one of the things they have used to confuse us. They used to keep us down. They will tell you that Biafran people are business people, that they are just focused on business. And I can bet you that at a point in time, we are all busy chasing money while they were busy destroying our land, defiling our land. They were busy positioning themselves into our land. But I bet you the Biafrans are no longer careless. We are no more busy, and we are not taking anything for granted. We have come to a time where we take every single thing serious. We take every movement and operation serious. That is where we are today. And that is why the Biafrans are not joking with the sit at home. They have blackmailed us. They say we force people to sit at home. They have pushed different kinds of propagandas and blackmail. They went ahead to use their DSS to enforce the sit at home, to show people that maybe we are forcing people to sit at home. But we have gotten to a time where all their plans, all their evil movements, propagandas have failed. And I bet you, as long as we live, we would never stop talking about our freedom. We will continue to demand the unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and every political prisoner in Biafra land. That we will continue to do. So this is our update that is coming today. For those of them that will come and tell you, oh, the sit at home is not holding, don't bother yourself. Don't engage them in any argument. The update we are presenting is for the real, true Biafrans, those who are genuinely seeking for their freedom. Those of us in the homeland, they are doing their part. And Biafrans know what they want. We know what we want, and we will continue to pursue what we want until we get it. It doesn't matter how they push their propaganda or blackmail or how they feel, that will not deter us. We are exiting the zoo. We have exited the zoo. We have exited. And the exit shows in all corners. That is why you see them today, they are begging the Biafran people to be in their army. Not just the Biafran. Everybody in that contract, Biafrans lead and others follow. That is why I say everybody in that contraption called Nigeria, every indigenous person owes Biafrans a lot. They owe Biafrans their loyalty and prayer because Biafra have saved many people life. every indigenous person in that country, regardless your religion, your race, or your location, if not for Biafra, you would have been in a different thing, or you might not be alive today. But through the cause of Biafra, under Mazin Nandekan, many awareness were created. People woke up. And that foundation has been laid. We have continued to create that awareness. Even when they want to use you as human shield, they use human being in Nigeria as human shield to go and face their terrorist group that they formed by themselves. They created a terrorist group. Now they are using human being to play their games. When they want to showcase that they are fighting, they will take innocent people and give them to the terrorists to take their life. They tell you to come and join their army. Initially, people were joining their army, not knowing what to face, not knowing what their face is. They were hiding it until Biafrans began to come out and speak boldly. And we made it that no Biafrans should join any force in Nigeria. Call it the Navy, the Army, the police. As a Biafran, you got no business with them. These are a bunch of terrorists. And if you decide to be recruited by the terrorists, we will treat you as a terrorist. It is what it is. If you're a Biafran and you decide to work with this terrorist group, we are going to treat you as a terrorist. We are not apologetic about it. And when we say Nigerian military and their police are terrorists, it is not a propaganda or blackmail. There are facts to back all those things up. There are facts. Their recruitment of members of Boko Haram on a daily basis, the loss of life and setup of genuine officers who lost their life, who know about an Oduduwa lady who was a flight, an Air Force jet flyer, a pilot. There was a pilot that was Oduduwa lady, a pilot. They took her life simply because she was very active in taking out the terrorists. Nobody was held responsible. They took his life. Many of the combatant soldiers have been taken out in the front. Ihejirika was removed because he was about to end Boko Haram. So what are you telling me? Those who are pretending can continue to pretend. As for us, you know, in our programs, we don't play political correctness. We tell you what it is and why we are doing what we are doing. And as we proceed, I am going to give you another voice from the street to let you know that our message is sinking deep. The message we are delivering is sinking deep, and everybody is getting the message, both Biafrans and non-Biafrans. I want you to listen to this very program, an interview that was done on the street to people about the Zoological Republic military, and hear what people have to say. Let's watch.
I don't join army, but that's what Piotr they said. Because army, your life is at risk. You can die at any time. You can die at any time. Very, very, very easy. And no settlement too. You die, you don't die, go no settlement.
That's your advice to Nigeria youth.
Nigeria youth, run away from army. For that, you go do Yahoo.
You go join Nigeria army.
Join Nigeria army?
Yeah.
I don't go join, no.
Why?
Because then when John said they regret.
I tell you.
Then when they join, they regret you now. I will go join. For people where they regret. Not to be say, you now will be saying, now you they protect the country. To pay no problem. You go to cry for salary, but you will carry gun, they walk up and down. Maybe say, we are kake. They answer me, man. I don't feel join force. As the country there like this, I don't feel join courts.
So you away from the south, they will not recognize you. They will put you for where we be say, you know, go tell them, take you, carry you go Sambisa Forest. You go there, then they send the northerners from the north here to the south. Then they escort our bashes, our oil, they live large. Then our south children, they for Sambisa Forest, they face war. So that's why you see our people here don't get that experience. Say they know they valid for the military. They try to shun the military.
All right, thank you.
Initial garaga, no be that one they work. They feel give you everything free. You go finish. Now wait till they ask come of it where you go finish. Now be the matter. When you go finish, come back. You know what see salary, nothing. then you don't go finish, suffer finish, go train finish, they teach yourself, come back. My brother, me, I no fit join anything Navy.
If they increase their salary to 500,000, you go join Nigeria Army.
If they increase their salary. Increase the salary, no say this government, no be say now, no be one government. Government fit change at any time. You understand? No, as I like this, I no fit.
You know, fit die for your fatherland.
See, apart from that, anything you see, no, I no fit die.
Thank you.
Even if the form is free, with some money added to it, I won't join.
You won't join Nigeria Army.
God forbid.
To me, they are abusing the force. But that's not, they're abusing the force. So for me, not even for my children will not join any force in Nigeria because they're corrupt.
If you get opportunity that to join Nigeria Army, you go join.
I will not join. I said my own children no go join. Talk of me. But that's not.
When you join army, if you are from Sasa, they will send you down to Northerners. They will be either
They are getting the message.
Or Bombay State. That's how they fight well. So you will die. And your family will mourn you for 2 weeks. That will end. They will only give you 200. They will give your wife 200,000. They will give your wife. Federal government will give your wife 200,000. The 200,000.
When they come out for war, they will send them because they're not from their tribe. They will send them to go and die.
So people from the southeast are the people they are
facing those problems.
War front.
Yes.
This is to fight insurgency, Boko Haram.
Yes, because of tribalism. Because you will not bring your brothers. You will face all those ones to the war.
So
they will die. That means you are shorting us.
And they don't know road.
So all those things is not good. When they tell you what they are passing through there, the ones that go and come back, what they're passing through, you will send somebody and okay, let us assume Boko Haram. When you send them to war, see Boko Haram coming, you will not give order. And they are seeing them and they are carrying arms and they are shooting. You will not tell them, say
the country and the nation no join you, so you know. Everybody know the best for even for the government. The government said, listen, boys, we will use with the best for them. But they didn't help matters, they only know themselves and their pockets. So nobody will want to suffer for the country again because everybody is the best for the country.
So if you be young man now, you get opportunity to say this form now free, everything free, go and join Nigeria Army, you go join Nigeria Army.
Me, for me personally, I don't go join because this work they work now, I dissatisfy. Okay. Whether they work now.
Okay. Which message you want to send to Nigeria youths now? May they come join Nigeria Army?
Me, I talk about my own self. I never talk for anybody because me, I can't talk for myself, I can't talk for my family. So I never talk about my family. I know the matter.
All right, thank you. You go join Nigeria Army.
Join Nigeria Army?
Yeah.
I don't go join, no.
Why?
Because then we join said they regret.
I tell you.
Then when they join, they regret you now. I will go join. But people where they regret. So what you be say, you now will be say, now you they protect the country to pay na problem. You go require for salary, but you will carry gun, they walk up and down. Maybe say, we are okay. They answer me, man. I don't feel join force as the country there like this. I don't feel join cause.
They say youth from southeast, no one join Nigeria Army again. Why it is say be the reason?
The reason, they know the reason. Before president say no one do something, like no one join something, no get strong reason because you see this Nigeria Army something. Now something be say, I be get that the thing be that I be get that like I be one joiner, I get that zeal to join Navy or join any force for Nigeria, but the way where the country be. I say no.
You don't want to go Sambisa forest or won't go fight for your fatherland.
You go fight for people when they fight for you. I be go fight for people be say if you fight finish come out, nothing go come out. No, things are not done that way.
So if from day free now say Nigeria Army join now straight to Zaria, you no go join.
Straight to Zaria. It depends what you want go do there.
So
they want
go training camp.
Training camp.
Everything. No wahala. Join Nigeria Army.
You know, say they say initial garaga, no be that one they work. They feel give you everything free. You go finish. Now what they could ask come of it when you go finish, now be the matter. When you go finish, come back. You know what see salary, nothing. Then you don't go finish, suffer finish, go train finish, they teach yourself, come back. My brother, me I no fit join anything Navy.
If they increase their salary to 500,000, you
go
join
go. This one, you know, say I don't laugh.
Increase the salary, no say this
Don't
government
laugh.
say now,
Even
no
though
one
it is
government.
impossible, Nigeria give you 500
at any time.
salary.
You understand? No, as I like this, I no fit.
You no fit die for your fatherland.
see, apart from that, anything you see, no, I don't feel that.
Thank you. Having a commander, they people from the south. They are no longer the youth. They are not interested in joining the Nigerian army.
Exactly. I love that. You know, when Nigeria did somehow, when they use what I see in this Nigeria is tribalism. These people will tell you say I didn't get Nigeria. When these people say I didn't get Nigeria, what about the other people? How many of them did they create Nigeria? That's one thing you will know. Okay, let's assume now. Before, there's time when I've been enter army.
You have heard it. This is the voice in the street. So when we are speaking, our message is going deep. And it's a thing of joy to see that many of them are awake. That is the importance of us coming online on a daily basis to talk and to tell you. Sometimes you think we are just making noise. We are not just making noise. We are bringing facts to the people and to the world at large for them to know. When we say the contraption called Nigeria is not a country nor a nation, it is not. It is not. These are people that have diverse value. Our value system is not the same. The value, there is a clash of value system in Nigeria, and that clash of value system have created a chance for terrorism to flourish. It has created a chance for the terrorism to flourish, which was sponsored and brought in by the government itself to manipulate the indigenous people, put them under fear to obey everything they want to do. And this very directive and instruction was the same thing that was taught to them by the British, because that is the system British used when they were colonizing the people in Nigeria. They used fear and force. They used fear and force to hold them down so that they could not be able to revolt. That is why, even while they were living, instead of creating the police for the people, they created a police force. Police force, what was the British left. And today they are still using that force. And when they see as if that force is not working well for them, they go ahead and bring another they bring raw terrorists. This one is not, they don't want to camouflage it. They went and imported terrorists to instill fear in the people. And all these things are master planned from the top, from the British. They are the ones that planned it. They formed all this force to continue to put people under pressure, create fear. They create fear in the life of the people so that they wouldn't be able to revolt or ask for what is their right. That is why today in Nigeria, even in the face of death, in the hardship, in the insecurity, they are still scared to speak. Only the Biafrans can boldly come out and speak. Only the Biafran people are making their demand boldly and openly. And we will continue to do so until everyone is free. When you see what those people we are saying, those young men in the street we are saying in that video, it is the truth and nothing but the truth. And I thank Chukwuka that they are now aware. Their eyes open. Their eyes open. You can imagine the most populated African nation in Africa cannot have enough military, enough police to police its country. That should tell you that something is wrong. That should tell you that something is wrong. But fortunately, nobody is paying attention. The international communities don't care. They are not paying attention. We are calling for this integration that people will be on their own and grow at their own speed and their own speed. They don't want to pay attention because they believe that when we divide along tribal lines, it will stop their stealing in Nigeria. They do not want us to divide along tribal lines because they know when we divide along tribal lines, they will not have that chance again to continue to steal our resources. They will not have that stronghold again on the people to steal their resources. That is why when we call on dividing along value system and tribal lines, they refuse it. But I bet you, we are no longer asking or begging. We have done it, and we will continue to pursue it and make sure it's established fully. There are still people that have conscience on this planet Earth. there are still some human beings that have conscience, and I believe in due time they are going to come up and do what has to be done. I'm going to play another video for you who thought that maybe what those people were saying in the street is just a made-up story, or somebody forced them, or it would steal something. I'm going to now play a life experience of people who have served in the Zoological Republic military, in their police. Life experience of their condition. For those who are still thinking that maybe, oh, those ones who are making video that we are paid, because that's the common thing. They tell that they are paid people, that they are hired people. Now I want to play another one to show you people that have lived it, full life experience. Watch and listen to this.
It's not good. It's not good. It is bad. Look at me, I can't because of suffering. I'm not happy.
When did you retire from the police?
I retired in the police 2015. Receiving 20,000. I have 6 children. Look at me, I'm suffering. How I'm declining. I'm taking on my children. How am I going to survive? What?
Give us our right. Oh, we are saying, give us our right.
We are not living here until our hijacking gratuity have been paid to us. I will never go to Nasarawa until my hijacking gratuity have been paid to me. I'm not begging federal government. It is my right, and I'm ready to die. And if I see that no, I will go and join Boko Haram. I will become an instructor there and physically fit and held. To General Police.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You see, some people don't know how serious or how the zoo have failed. When we say it, you don't understand. Their own is even better. That for them, at least, those of them in the north, like Nasarawa, as he said, those people in Nasarawa, listen, they can be able to come out and speak and they will not call it. But those of them from Biafra land, they are not even alive today to ask for their own gratuity. They are not even alive to ask for their gratuity, and they will not be bold enough to come and make this kind of protest. If you do, if you come from the Biafra land and you make this kind of protest, you are a gunner. They are going to single you out and they will murder you. These ones are from the north. You heard him from Nasarawa. At least they still have that guts to come out and ask for their gratuity. These are people who they have used to go against our people. These are people they have used to take lives in Biafra land. Their own case is that they can come out and tell the world and speak and demand. But those of them from Biafra land, they are not even alive today to ask for their own gratuity. They would put them on the front line and take them out. And you hear this man say clearly that he is willing and ready to join Boko Haram and get his salary. If that is what it means, if that is what we take for him to leave, he will go and join Boko Haram. That are the people from the north. But those of us in Biafra land, we are calling on you to withdraw and join the Liberation Army of Biafra. Save your people, save your community, save your own life. Save your own life. For them, they can be able to survive. But for us, those of them from our side, they can't even tell the story. They can't even tell the story. I want you to see. Because when we say it, I play the first one where you see people in the street speaking, people in the street saying they can never join Nigeria. And so they will say it's a planned video, maybe it's organized, or this one. But now look at people that have lived it. These are people, you can imagine if people from the northern part of Nigeria were not properly taken care of, how much more you, a Biafran, you want to join the military. No, sorry. Let's watch this.
Look at me, I can't because of suffering. I'm not happy.
When did you retire from the police?
I retired in the police 2015. Receiving 20,000. I have 6 children. Look at me, I'm suffering. How I'm declining. I'm taking on my children. How am I going to survive?
What? Oh, we are saying, give us our right.
living here until our hijacking gratuity have been paid to us. I will never go to Nasarawa until my hijacking gratuity have been paid to me. I'm not begging federal government. It is my right, and I'm ready to die. And if I see that no, I will go and join Boko Haram. I will become an instructor there. I'm physically fit and held.
To General Police, DIG, Deputy IG, they should come down. We should collect the same salary with them so that everything will be equal.
We are here to die. We are ready for the death. We are matured to die. So if it is a crime, they should tell us. We ask this question serious sometimes, no reply. But you, the journalists, I want you to help us. Ask them, is it a crime to join police?
We have a children, graduated, no job, and whenever any office you go now, they will say who you know. That is the language they will tell you. The language who you know in the ministry before your boy will be given appointment. And then we are here dying while our money is in the company. Enough is enough.
See, these are people that you have trained them with gun. Know how to shoot gun, prepare gun, and equally service gun. And they are now leaving us like hungry can push us to go and commit. If Boko Haram comes to me now, I'm very strong. I'm still very strong. Now please, I'm giving you 500,000 a month. With that amount, I will be convinced. I will follow them.
Establish a police pension board for us, just like in army. They should pay us as they pay army, as they pay navy, air forces. They should pay us 85% that they are paying them.
So, what is the state of the police pension board?
Yeah, it's still in process. And I told you when I was talking that it has to do with figures and numbers. And I won't talk more than that. You should understand what I mean. You have to put things together. You can't just come up and say, this is it, the financial implication. But what they're asking for is their right. It's not a favor. And I'm sure with their support we can get it.
We are tired of this, their deadly and weak and fake promises. Every time we rise up, they'll tell us that it's very soon, very soon, very soon. Now the IG has completely convinced the NAS and the Senate not to exit us from the PENCOM. We are here to die.
Seriously, more especially housewives, we are on top of that bill. We are working on it. We are even waiting to call for public hearing before we passed it. I'm even surprised seeing them now here. We have a good relationship with them. Like my office is like an office to them. They normally come to me, we interact with them. I expect at least their leadership should meet me and find out the stage of that bill.
As you see me, I don't fear anybody. I don't fear anybody. And that is my takeoff. I retired 1st January 2019.
And since then you have not?
Since then I have not received my full gratuity.
When you visited them, what did they tell you?
I cannot, they gave me 2.1 as a retired DSP in the Nigerian police. And every month they give me 35,000 naira as monthly pension. When my male catapa in the Nigerian army are collecting 300,000 a captain. I am not living, no. I am not living. Jungle have already matured. This is the one, the two. We are going to PENCOM office. We are going to burn that PENCOM office. And they, guys, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Allow me to talk. I live in Nasarawa with reason. What do you think that I will fear? If Tinubu come here, I will talk to him. Ilyas Aliu, DSP retired from Nasarawa. I retired in 2015 with the rank of ASP. What was paid to me was 1.1. And my gratuity has not been paid to me up to date. Nothing to write home about. We have been coming to National Assembly several times. Upon promising, nothing has been done. So we are here today. We are not demanding for anything. We are coming here for our right to be given to us from PENCOM and nothing more.
The federal government should think about those whom they have trained with gun. They should take care of them.
You have heard and you have seen. And I want you to pay attention to one thing. Every single person you see here in this their protest are from the north. Nobody there joining them is from Biafra land. Does it mean that people in Biafra land are paid their full gratuity? There's nobody has a problem there. It speaks volume. Their own is better. They are alive. They are still alive to pursue their pension or whatever. But you in Biafra land, once you join, you will not even be alive. You will not be alive to make the request. And if you dare make such request, you are a gunner. You are a gunner. When we come and we ask that every Biafran should stay away from anything that has to do with the terrorist government of Nigeria and their military or police, some of you take it for granted. You think it's just noise making. When we say if you are there, run and run as fast as you can, get out of that very place, come back home and defend your land, you wouldn't understand. If they can treat the people in that they are not as, and when you look at those people, most of them, they see they are Christian. Nasarawa, they are Christians in the Nasarawa. Christian part, they are the ones you see crying. They are even lucky to be alive because they are from the north. But you, what about your own brothers from Biafra land who joined and who had the same problem? Why are they not in that very place, demanding for their own right? They didn't make it. They didn't make it. They died in the front line with no compensation. And even some of them, they won't even tell their family that they are gone. When they send them to Boko Haram territories and they take their life, they will not inform their families that they are late. There is one of the videos I'm going to try and pull out and play again. You see the ordeal of one Biafran boy who went and joined the Air Force, doing very well. When he got an appointment to leave the country, they murdered him. You don't know what is coming, and you will not understand until you pay attention. With all this problem, that is why it is necessary. Today being Monday and sit at home is a reminder to every one of us. A reminder. A great reminder that we have no business in the Zoological Republic called Nigeria. That we must intensify in the delegitimization of Nigerian government in Biafra territory. We have to intensify in the legitimization of Biafran government. That is the assignment we have today. Delegitimize Nigerian government and legitimize Biafran government. And we will do it with the last drop of our blood. Today, all satellites are focused on Biafra land. They are watching and they are seeing what is happening. It is a civil disobedience. And every Biafran is involved in it, not being enforced. The blackmail of enforcement have failed. And I bet you Biafra has come and there is nothing anybody can do about it. You're welcome, my brother Greg. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Go ahead and speak to us, my brother Greg.
Yeah, good afternoon, Biafrans, all the listeners all over the world, as we come today again, being 5th May 2025. Continue doing what we're supposed to do because of our freedom. Continue doing what we're supposed to do because we are being imprisoned by evil country and the evil government. So that is why we continue. We thank God today for our life and the life of our leaders, especially those who have paid the ultimate price, Maznam Nekano, being suffering for us. He is a gift to the Biafra and the Igbo people and inter-Africa in general, because he's not suffering only for the Biafrans, he's suffering because he wants Africa to be free, and he wants his own motherland as well to be free. So we pray that God continue keeping him as they continue his case tomorrow. The above hand is the one that will be in charge, because the battle is of God. It's not of human. So as they are overpowering us, fighting us, there is a hand that is above all created, all being. We fight for Mazen and the Biafrans. The same hand will fight for Simon Ekpa and for Biafrans and all over the world. People who are being subdued, subjugated, people who are being treated inhuman. We invite the supreme being to come and speak and fight for us, because when we cry, he will hear, and we have cried enough. The land of Biafra have paid so much ultimate price with blood and anything you can talk about. So we pray today, and we continue praying until we are totally free. So we thank God for their life, and may the Almighty God strengthen them and fight this battle, for them to be alive and see all the suffer and all that they have done for the freedom of their people come true. We pray for all the cabinets, we pray for the Tongas Arabese for more wisdom and protection, and let the hand of God be on anything and any proclamation she made. And we pray for all the cabinets and all the media, that heaven will speak through them and let the whole earth hear that Biafra must be free. So thank you, Mark, choose again today for being there today. Sit at home. I'm thanking all the Biafrans, especially the Igbo Biafrans who are pushing. Today I was thinking what Nnamdi Kanu will be thinking about Simon Ekpa and the DOS that have worked with him for many years. What will Nnamdi Kanu be thinking about this man who have made it and make sure that sit at home continue for more than getting to how many years now? Nnamdi Kanu will be asking, which magic did this man use? How has Simon Ekpa been able to fight our people who are so much eager because they want to make money? Our people who are so much eager, when they call, he will make billions, they will do anything. How did he manage to control this sit at home till today? How did he make our people to realize that what they are doing is what they're supposed to do for their freedom? So that is what was in my mind throughout as I was trying to rush home to meet up with what we are doing. So it is a credit to the Biafra people and to the Igbo people more, because they have sacrificed so much in the fight for freedom. The Igbos have sacrificed for Nigeria, starting from Azikiwe, even though he was foolishly and abandoned his people, and he was, I don't know what the word I'm supposed to use. When other people were coming to join and fighting for their people, he was trying to fight for everybody and forgetting that the home must be secured, and that home first before any other place, just like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. as he is fighting for the Africa and Nigeria in general, all the tribes, he will continue talking about his own tribe, his homeland must be secured and must be liberated. So, I give that credit to Man Simon Ekpan. In the history, he can never be forgotten with the battle he fought against the people, against the Nigerian government, against the DOS, against the African, and against the Finland and Europe. Simon Ekpan still in these 3 to 4 years, he is, I don't know what can be used to qualify Simon Ekpan. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know the kind of respect Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to have for him. Because if he had been working with Nnamdi Kanu for years and he did this, they would say, okay, yeah. But how come that this man achieved this even on his absence for all these years? And the sit at home is still going on. Even with all their propaganda, that people are being forced. Today, the governors, the criminal Nigerian government, the Musa, and all the Burati and the Buharis, they are no more talking about force. Somebody is forcing somebody to sit. And that is what is the message is clear that the Biafra wants to go home. They want to separate from Nigeria. So I encourage and salute my people for sitting at home and giving that sacrifice, as Simon Ekpan and Nnamdi Kanu sacrificing everything they have to make sure that their people are free. And as the people who are reciprocate to those things that they're doing, I say, I raise my hand and my cap for all our people in back home. God will strengthen them and bless them more and more. So when you come talking about, because I listened a little bit with Ojuku's this thing. You know, what we are talking about, what we are fighting is the battle against the world and against the Africans. Let me use example. Let me use example. This Ibrahim Traore. As the Africans are standing up for him today, for what he is doing for his people, and for him is standing to preaching the Africans to stand up for their freedom. And they gave him a little threat, I can call it, because they have not, it's just this thing, the statement they have made, even though we understand where they are going because they have done it before. But everybody is standing up for him today. And I still stand support him and stand up for him as well. Because when you are doing something that will make Africa free and your people free, that is what we are fighting for. But my greatest this thing, the Africans and the people of the world, nobody has spoken for one day for what is happening in Biafra land. Nobody have stand up for the Biafra people. So when you watch all these things, you know it's a complete conspiracy. No matter what we did, that jealousy they have against the Biafra people, especially the Igbo people, is all over the world. Just like the Jews. Because you cannot tell me that Nnamdi Kanu is fighting. We show how the killings, the Fulanis are killing the Biafrans, how the military will go and burn houses, destroy properties. None of the African leaders have come out. None of the African youth have stand up and stay the Fulani to stop all those things. They have not protested against what is happening in Africa. The killings of the Africans, the killings of the Igbos in South Africa and destroying of their businesses, none of the Africans have stand up and protest against that. So, the killings of the Igbos in Lagos in the north, None of the Africans have stand up and protest against those things. I'm not talking about their leaders, because I know their leaders, because when you watch about this Ibrahim Traoré, none of the African leaders is standing for him. No one has come out and spoke against those things that that the West are trying to do. That one is, we know that they are all criminals and bought over. They are not happy with Ibrahim Traoré, because the Ibrahim is trying to close the avenue where all those corrupt African leaders are squandering people's taxpayers and their resources, just to send their children and their family to the West for them to enjoy. Today, Ibrahim Traoré is not, they have no time to look for any European to travel to where he wants to go and buy a house or do anything. What he concentrated only on his own Burkina Faso, to make sure he build a place, to make it a place for him to live, not for him to build this thing in Dubai or in America or in Europe, where he will go on a holiday and he and his children. So another time Burkina Faso is passing through is not his business. So the way for him coming to stand against those things, none of the African leaders will do it. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about why all these Africans have kept quiet all these years, and all this injustice that the Igbos are passing through in Nigeria, in their business, in every, because when you go to some other part of Africa, the Igbos also in that country doing very well, and they're still suffering the same jealousy they are suffering at home. So non-African youth will stand up for them. So that is why we must know that the battle we are fighting is all-round battle. It's only by God's grace we win this battle. I come back home to the contraction called Nigeria. When they are talking about the criminality of the elections. So, and you as a Biafran, and you are alive, you witness what happened in Lagos. That is why when they are talking about election or calling Tinubu the president of Nigeria, or even trying to extend his rule in Biafra land, I am very, very angry for that man. So, if the Western world and the Africans are not criminals, or they are hate for the Biafrans, you cannot tell me that you are this people saying you is one Nigeria, and you need election. A particular tribe was killed in Lagos, and they told them, keep quiet. You cannot come to Lagos and say Piam or have anything to say in Lagos. Their businesses were destroyed, their life were destroyed, and even their brothers, so-called Obi, that they were fighting, and they fighting to vote for him as the president. Till today, Obi have not said my people were killed. Why was my people killed? Why must my Igbos kill in Lagos? I want to know. Obi did not stand on his feet and demand justice for those Igbos that were killed in Lagos because they went to queue in line to vote. The businesses were destroyed, burned, lives lost. Obi did not speak, Piam. When will Obi speak? He will speak in 2027 to lure the Igbos again out for them to be killed. And when somebody talk, they will tell you you are killing your brother, is Obi. Somebody who could not fight for you and demand for justice. Is it when he become president, he will demand that justice? It's impossible. Then I will come to Tinubu, who called himself the president. But if Tinubu were not concerned, if Tinubu were not the people who sent the Igbos to kill them in Lagos, to instill fear into them.
Use spy. Reduce the use.
Okay. Okay, let me use. Okay. So if Tinubu did not send those guys to be tied in Lagos, you know, if they were not, if it were not from the president now, the so-called president elected president of Nigeria in that 2023 or 2022 or what, if he were not the one who sent them to go there and buy those people in Lagos, why could Tinubu today have not spoken about the evil that happened in Lagos on that election? Those guys they acquired in Lagos, those businesses they destroy, those houses they destroy, and those people who bound them not to raise their voice in Lagos, if as they call it, since they say it's one Nigeria. So is it in 2027 they will not kill them? Is it in 2027 they will kill them and something will happen? Since they killed them in 2022, or they acquired them in 2022 and nothing happened. Is it 2027 they will buy them and something will happen? So that is more of the reason our people should reject that country called Nigeria. Another area I want to touch today is last week I forgot it, but as I thank God I remembered it today. When they showed the ambassador of America went to have a dialogue or to speak with what do you call them? Mieti Allah. So what I don't understand is it a new ambassador, or if it is still the same ambassador that would have been there for more than 4 or 5 years ago? Or is this a new ambassador? Because if the man is the ambassador that have been there during the time of what do you call him, Biden, then you know that ambassador is a complete corrupt ambassador. Because what he went to do, he is trying to change the narrative. He is trying to plot the Trump administration to start considering or to show that what those things the Trump government believe is not right. So he cannot tell me that that ambassador was in that country and all these evils have been going on. How they have been destroyed all the Biafran businesses and the Igbo businesses, both home and every part of Nigeria. And that ambassador witnessed all those things. How they have been buying our people, how they have been terrorizing our people, and that ambassador keep quiet. He never visited any part of Igbo land to see those things. Instead, he let his report was why Biden government removed the Nigerian government from the watch list as a country that is spying Christians and terrorizing Christians. So now that Trump come and he's trying to hit Nigeria very hard because of that very evil Nigeria is doing. This ambassador, he instead he went to talk. I don't know what he went to do with the Mieti Allah. If that man is not criminal and corrupt. So I just want to raise this issue so that the American government in this Trump administration to know that that ambassador in that Nigeria that went to meet Mieti Allah, he is a corrupt person. He is very corrupt. So they should warn that man, because that man is working for Nigerian government. He's a corrupt person, and he needs to be removed from that land. He cannot bring anything good from that side of the world. So he's a corrupt person, and he should not be tolerated. He has to go. Let American government know that that man is not real. He is the cause of most of the things that is happening in that land. He is the cause why Biden government or whatever is sponsoring Boko Haram and terrorists. He is the sponsor. He is the engineer. He knows many things about it. Because if he didn't know, he will not go and have any talk with Mieti Allah, whom have come to declare war against every tribe in Nigeria because of their selfish interest. So that is why one reason why, because every day there's many things to talk about that evil country, you know. So our message today is very clear. Our people is continue sitting at home. Our people are still demanding for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release of Simon Ekpan, and let them recognize that Biafra is free And there is nothing, nothing, and nothing will make us to remain one. So the earlier they begin the negotiation, the more better for them and for every other part of the country. I lay my mark for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother Greg. Thank you for your contribution. I appreciate that. Let's hear from our sister Ojugo. My sister, take your mic.
Good morning, brothers. Good morning,
Welcome.
my brother Greg. Good morning,
Good
all the
morning.
Biafrans in the comment section. I saw Linda TV and all good Biafrans. And May is a month, is a memorial month for all who have lost their life to protect their country. So we remember all our brothers and sisters, whether in the force or standing for what they believe, and they were killed, and some innocent and all the innocent ones who also have lost their life because they say they believe in Biafra. May their soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen. See?
Rest. I would rather that word, to rest. But to rise against the enemies, against all those who are fighting that this Biafra will not come. Those who come into this Biafra with evil motive. Let the spirit of all our men and women who have died in this journey rise against them and protect the land of Biafra. Amen.
Amen.
My spirit kind of line up the same with my brother Craig. You know, I didn't listen to when you played the movie or a video of our Odumegwu Ojukwu. But what I want to say towards that is if Nigeria and the Western world, especially the Britain, have sense of...
Hold on, my sister. Can I play it a little bit so that you can...
No.
Maybe make a word. Okay.
No, you don't have to.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to touch it before I go to my main point. If they know something, by now, they will know that this cause for Biafra will not end. It will always be a stumbling block for Nigeria, their company, to grow. So why don't they find a lasting solution to this problem and let there be peace? Because Black life does not matter, so they don't care. Black life does not matter, so they don't care. Because if they care, trust me, that would have been a round table to say, since this caused the war, after the war, the children, the grandchildren of this tribe now are up, still fighting for the same cause. They want to be free. How can we find what is the lasting solution to this? The only thing that doesn't have solution in this world is death. So the problem of Biafra have a solution. But they're turning blind eyes on that. And this fight for Biafra will continue to drown and drown and drown Nigeria to their pit.
You see?
Their country, the economy, the life of people in Nigeria will never be better until they call for a round table and seek not temporary solution. What will be the lasting solution for everybody to live? So that's my advice for them if they will listen. Okay. Now, the video about people crying for their pension. My brother, I don't blame our people if they don't come out. Because if they come out, what will happen? They will kill them. They're not. They have the right. They can say whatever they say. Gumi comes out and says whatever he wants to say. Nobody says a word. All of them. The former governor of Kaduna, they will come out and blast. Even the son of that particular man I'm talking about, I don't really remember their names. One of the leaders of this Boko Haram that is supporting them. Huh? Erufai. Even the son came out openly in the media, said Nigeria will be conquered. They will kill all the Christians. Nobody, all they said, put that out. That's all. We didn't hear it again. It just died off. Because if his son, Erufai's son, is in Nigeria, is to come and get position. It's just a position. Either a Senate or House of Record to continue from where the father stopped. So, those crying for pension in Nigeria, look at what the man came out to say. He said, they cannot say anything straight now. It's about figures. Figures. This is what they will continue to give them, figures. Figures. Till the end. Every month they will come and figures. We're on top of it. From top to bottom, Buhari said that. Your former president said that. From top to bottom. What does that mean? The man said they're on top of it. What are you going to hear at the end of the month to bottom? You will not get it. The other man said, if they're going to burn down, you better go burn it down. Anybody asking you to shut up, that's how this country, Nigeria, cannot stand up. Just 1% or 5% of the whole country is destroying that country. God deserve. So I don't blame our people if they don't come out. But that's why from Nanda Kali say, if you are in the minute, in any force in Nigeria, please come out. Come out, come and defend your land. Where you will be recognized, where you will be given your benefit. Come down. Like the evil woman in France said, which Biafra, who think Biafra is coming. The car report played that her voice sitting down on her couch while she's fighting Simon Ekpa. So that's the belief of some of us. And that's the belief. And these are people that keep destroying the main people that have a clear mind that want this Biafra to come. When you see all these things happening, it discourages you. Look at somebody inside saying that. And how she magically, with all this belief, got to where she got. I don't know. And if you listen to, I don't know where I got that thing, if it's from from either 247 or go 247 or from Car Report, where Ghanaian people are crying that what is happening in Nigeria is affecting all their neighbors because people are running away from Nigeria due to Boko Haram attack, due to Hensman attack, leaving their father's land. Where do you think they're going? The neighboring countries. And they're going to overwhelm that particular, the countries they're in. A man from Ghana was just lamenting and crying that the West Africa has to sit up and do something about this. Yeah, because that's what it is. People are running to save their life, and they're going to go into, and he said, they're not even coming one or two, it's in thousands. It's in thousands. I think it was last week or so. A woman, they came out, they line up all the people, they said the youths, young ones, 21, 20, 23, they put them in a room to do Yahoo Yahoo. They're in the room, they don't go out. Their eyes is always on the screen. Even one of the boys, he said, he can even barely sing because you have to be on the screen. And they were deceived that when they go, they'll find them job. They have something they're gonna do. That is job already. Or they will establish business. And all of them were there in a room doing Yahoo Yahoo while their masters are in Nigeria. Tomorrow they're answering e-money. Tomorrow they're answering W money. Tomorrow they're answering computer money.
Money na water.
You see all this? So I am telling, like my brother said, Mr. Greg said, everybody is supporting Abraham. But what has been happening in Biafra land? Where are all our African brothers and sisters? Where are all the African countries? They didn't see that? Or maybe, okay, let's say, okay, now they got it. They got the message. So I hope this teamwork, I hope this support comes down to us too. Because if that Biafra, every country stand firm to say, you know what, we're supporting this Biafra. It's because it's being built on a stainless background. It will affect every other African countries, like Abraham is doing now. You know, so we need that support. Every African country. It's not one country supporting the other country. Now, Africa needs to come together and fight this fight once and for all. And if you are a country in Africa, still in that ECOWAS that Nigeria is leading, Ghana, if you're still there, or Cameroon, if you're still in ECOWAS, you see that cry of Ghana, you guys just started. You just started. Get a hell out of that ECOWAS. ECOWAS is a corrupt entity. As far as Nigeria is leading that ECOWAS, you will achieve zero. It's top to bottom. Stay away. ECOWAS is, British is controlling it. As far as Nigeria is a British company and they're the one controlling, heading the ECOWAS, forget it. Ghana is crying. Next is Cameroon. All the West African countries, get ready. It will all reach everybody. Hey, I listened to that man. He was just lamenting, crying, calling everybody. This is not good. It's going to reach everybody. Everybody is coming. It's coming. Don't be quiet in your own country. Think that it's coming. Nigeria will overwhelm all the neighboring countries. Because if you don't help yourself, nobody's going to help you. The earlier you people dismantle that ECOWAS, the better. I've said it before. If you are a country and you're associating yourself with Nigeria, Buhari said, top to bottom. That's what is going to happen to your country. Unless you rise up to say enough is enough. And one little thing more to say is yesterday I was just reflecting, the how the guy mentioned Simon Ekpa in the court of Nnamdi Kanu. So, like, that's why I said my spirit and my brother Greg is just kind of running together. I was thinking, I said, why Nnamdi Kanu will be thinking, why was Simon Ekpa's name mentioned and not any of the DOS? Especially those that said they're in the leadership, because I always hear them, leadership. Why the names of those in the leadership, second in command, first in command, as usually name themselves? None of their names were mentioned. The only name mentioned, I don't know if somebody heard something different, but the only name that I heard was Simon Ekpa. And I was thinking, what will be going in the head of Nnamdi Kanu? I'm sure he will say, I know it. I know this guy. He's coming with a new dimension. So he did not make mistake when he said, you must listen to him. I know that will give him joy. He will tell himself, my prophecy is just real. I did not make mistake when I said, you must listen to him. He is coming with a new dimension, a command. It's a command. It's not you may. There was no choice. Say must. And that was the only name. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's the one I heard. I don't know if there was other people's name mentioned, but
no other name was mentioned.
Oh, thank you so much, Chus. I thought maybe I didn't hear very well. Because that was the only name mentioned there. And that is why they say, if they've not called your name, you're not doing the right thing. You're not doing the right thing. So now, we all have known who was doing the right thing. A man after my heart. A man I anointed. So, my word goes to Dr. Ngozano Orobeze. Don't stress yourself. If your name has not been mentioned, you better go rethink it. That means you're not doing very well. So I ask the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit of God, of our forefathers, of our dead heroes, to be with Dr. Ngozi Orobeze and all our advisors, that this mantle, they will protect it with everything that they have. I leave my words right here for now.
Thank you
so much, Mr. Shakes.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. You've spoken well. And actually, I think our spirit is working together. Every single thing You said I brought some videos to speak on those issues, just like my brother Greg spoke. The two items that he touched, I have videos to speak on that, and I will definitely go into that. Like this issue of Mazi Simon that was mentioned on that case is one of the issues I wanted to discuss, because when if you are very conversant with social media and things that are happening, you know, we go online and we begin to look at what people are saying, people's response, how the public is reacting. And when you look at all those, you begin to see how people behave. And government also do the same thing. Even the court also do the same thing to see how people react. They want to see the reaction of the people. And also even the judges, before they pass their judgment, they look at the reaction of the people and what they are saying to know if you truly know what is going on, or if you can be able to challenge or find out the truth when they are going wrong. And I saw one of the videos that caught my attention. One of those criminals, those saboteurs that have continued to sabotage Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the DOS, they went and brought a video that was made by what did this man name? Abaribe. A video where Abaribe was speaking in the Senate, and Abaribe was saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him that he has nothing to do with Mazi Simon Ekpa, that the only person he has put in charge is a dozier or whatever. And that is the video they went and pulled out. That one they called Emeka Gift or whatever. I saw that in his platform. And many of them were sharing it. And I laughed. These are a bunch of idiots, people that don't have common sense. And they don't mean well for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This was the only thing they sought to do, to go and pull out that video, to begin to tell people that to begin to castigate Mazi Simon Ekpa. That was the only thing they were able to capture in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they forgot that it was Mazi Simon Ekpa that set the pace for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to succeed in that case. Mazi Simon Ekpa set the pace for the success of the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he did that from day one when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. When they begin to pull that video out, they want to tell the people that, oh, Mazi Simon Ekpa has nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Simon Ekpa is working on his own. He's not part of anything. But I tell you, these are a bunch of clowns and idiots. Mazi Simon Ekpa, while the heat was on, made a statement that the brokers he made. When he de-associated himself, his activities, to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done in the past. And that was why he went ahead to tell and say that we will not take any order from the DSS. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be inside there and be controlling the IPOB. That we are going to do everything possible to set him free, and we will take responsibility for everything we do. He went ahead to say that nobody should hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu responsible for any action he has taken. Mazi Simon Ekpa drew that line. He went further in one of the video again, and he said that whatever the United States of Biafra has done, whatever the Brigade has done, should not be associated with the IPOB Nigeria, which is what we know them to be. Mazi Simon Ekpa drew that line, took responsibility for the things that happened when he was working under a government. But everything that happened as an organization, which we had done under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which we had the normal thing to do, which were not violent and nothing incriminating, those are the only things that can be attributed to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But every other thing that was done under a government of Biafra, which was self-defense under the government, Mazi Simon Ekpa was in charge, and he made it very, very clear. He drew a very bold and clear line. But you saw in that court, even when Mazi Simon Ekpa had made that statement, they tried to drag him back. They tried to bring it again and connect it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in order to find something to say. But Mazi Simon Ekpa saw before time. He has drawn that line. Long before now. But these clowns, go and check their platform and look at the kind of video they're posting. The same man who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that is people that are claiming that they were the one that signed shorty for me, that they did nothing. In the first place, they do not have any right to sign shorty. As a government official, you do not have the right to stand a shorty for any convicted person in Nigeria. That is what their law says. But in order to cage Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they brought Abaribe. To use Abaribe to cage Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, you know Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot be caged. It doesn't matter who you are. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu got his freedom and continue to do what he has to do till date. That was the same man they went and brought his video to begin to fight against Mazi Simon Ekpa and talk evil about Mazi Simon Ekpa. A man that has stood his ground fighting on international ground, based on international law. Every single step that Mazi Simon Ekpa took were legal. He was doing everything he did under a government. And do not forget that a government has the right to operate an army, and the army of the government has the right to protect its own people. The primary objective of every government is to protect the life and property of its own people, and they will do it with their army by all means necessary. That is what the international law gives. Government in exile have the right to do it. Today we have the United States of Biafra redeclared. They have the right to operate an army and fight and defend the territory. But this bunch of clowns, the only thing they saw from that court was to begin to attack, as always, unrepentant idiots. Now, I am going to play the video of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, where he drew that line by himself. He drew that line. So those idiots that was calling his name, in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are a bunch of clowns that has nothing to offer. I want us to listen to Mazi Simon Ekpa, what he said in this very video.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile. Know this and know peace. Once you know this, you will know peace. But if you refuse to know this, you will never know peace. I remain the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in exile, and as a matter of fact, I remain in charge. And if you don't want me to be in charge, bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. Stop all this nonsense of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu control Biafra from prison. It doesn't work. It can never work and will never work. We are well-educated people, very sensible people, very smart generation that you cannot deceive. You don't expect Biafra people, as wise as we are, to be led from DSS dungeon. If you are not happy by the fact that Simon Ekpa is now in charge of the Biafra Liberation Movement, you don't need to start disgracing yourself on social media. If you hate Simon Ekpa's approach to Biafra freedom, bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out and stop antagonizing what Simon Ekpa is doing in his own way to bring Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not your friend in 2021, before 2021. Some of you going to seek advice from him was the one who masterminded his kidnapping from Kenya. And the same man today you are running to for help. If you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now somebody to be listening to, bring him out to stop me. But so long as he continues to be illegally detained at the DSS dungeon, you must come to terms to that reality that Simon Ekpa is not in charge. I will deal with you people. You don't know what you have done to yourself. Freedom fighting is a fight to finish. I have come to end and stop and finish the fight that Ojukwu started over 50 years ago. So all of you that you see Simon Ekpa as an obstacle to whatever nonsense you are doing with Nigeria, believe me, I am just knocking at the door. I have not started. I told you people that the time is coming when you are going to know who Simon Ekpa is. The time is fast approaching. So if you are not happy with the fact that Simon Ekpa is in charge and the new sheriff in town, bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out to stop me. And if you cannot do that, you will rant and you keep quiet. You will write to everywhere you want in this life. You will keep quiet. I warned you people from the beginning. This Mazinam Dekani you kidnap will be the worst mistake Nigeria has ever made. And I warned in the beginning that we are going to make sure that the kidnapping of Mazinam Dekano is very costly and very expensive. My people of Biafra, I am telling you, we are now over $15 billion loss to Nigeria, and we are counting. We are counting. 15 billion lost to the kidnap of Mazinam Dekano, and we are still counting it. By the time we get to September, it will get to 20 billion. I'm talking about $20 billion. That is the estimated loss to the kidnap of Mazinam Dekano. Now tell me, not only that, we are crashing the foundation of Nigeria. And God have used you to kidnap Mazinam Dekano so that you are going to pave way for the quicker action for Biafra liberation. And it is happening. And so, Biafra people, those who are still contemplating on what Simon Ekpa is doing, please do not listen to criminals who collected money to sell Mazinam Dekano. And those telling you Simon Ekpa should stop using Mazinam Dekano's name. I want to tell you one thing today. I've been addressing this on Twitter. During the time I was having meeting with Mazinam Dekano, none of these people were part of the meeting. None of them. Mazinam Dekano never brought anybody to me. Mazinam Dekano never introduced anybody in Biafra's struggle to me. If anybody has ever participated in the meeting between me and Mazinam Dekano, the person should come forward. And I take his word. I am working and executing the contract and agreement, verbal agreement I have with Mazinam Dekano. Only between me and him. Nobody else was part of it. And I'm going to fulfill this particular agreement to the best interest of myself, the best interest of Biafra, the best interest of our future, and the best interest of our nation. It is not attached to Mazinam Dekano. It is attached to the gods of our land and to those who have sacrificed everything in struggle for Biafra. So, this particular agreement, nobody born of woman will come and be in between it. So I want to make it very clear today that the time I was having meeting with Mazinam Dekano, none of them were part of it. I do not know anybody. He never introduced anybody to me. I have come to finish where he stopped. The code is in my palm, not in the criminals that we have expelled, not in the governors, not in the senators that will soon begin to receive Edwakanono of Internal One. We have started it. If you think you can do what you do to other people, this is the end of the road. So Biafra people, tomorrow we are going to have the normal broadcast, and I wish that you are going to enjoy yourself. For the time being, I just come here to give every Biafra a shout out, to thank you for your resoluteness and what you have done during the 2 weeks sit at home. It was a success. For the very first time in the history of the evil entity called Nigeria, we shake the foundation, we shake the very evil foundation to the maximum, and we continue to shake that particular foundation until it is broken, finally. So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Biafrans for allowing the spirit of Biafra to possess them and staying very strong and very resolute, irrespective of the fact that they are propagating lies and whatever they are propagating in order to stop the Biafra movement. Today, the people that were proscribed, I want you to know that IPOB, those people you see today and deceived our people to die many years ago, were proscribed by the Nigeria representative within Biafra territory in the southeast, called Southeast Governors, proscribed IPOB for no good reason. And why they have not been unproscribed, they are now calling us criminals. And those who were part of the proscription are celebrating that they are calling us criminals, as if we are criminals. They celebrate criminals. And I want to ask again, I don't know, which one is better? Is it a proscribed terrorist group or is it a criminal group?
I think let's hold it here. We are going to continue to play the video in the record in time to come. You have heard from our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. I pulled this video out because of what transpired in the court and what those idiots are sharing, so that they can know that there is nothing that is happening today that Mazi Simon Ekpa did not lay the foundation. He laid a solid foundation and gave a very great landing space for Mazi Nandekan. So when he hears his name mentioned, he knows that they will mention his name. And he drew that line on time beforehand. But today, those same saboteurs, those idiots, go and see what they are posting in their platform and what they are sharing. Bunch of clowns that don't have nothing to offer. Let's have 1 minute. Let's, Bro Greg, use 1 minute and speak on this video before I proceed. After you, then our sister Ojugo, use 1 minute and speak, and then we'll go to Akonye Wetere and my brother Maxwell. Bro Greg, just 1 minute and speak on this video.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mazi. You know, on that day of that court there, after the court, I saw a lot of them, all those idiots, writing rubbish in Twitter. And Simon Ekman and then everything that Simon Ekman did, there is no single one he did in the secret. And before he started, he marshal out what he want to do and he stand. So he make his stand open that he's not going to do anything that will entice, that will commit Nnamdi Kanu in any kind of any. So whatever he did or whatever he's going to do or whatever he did, he take responsibility of it. So any person trying to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the deal is these people are the people who have been looking for one way or the other to criminalize Nnamdi Kanu. So Simon Ekpa did not even commit any crime against anybody in Biafra land. Talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be in the prison to know what is going on in Biafra. And Simon Ekpa, knowing whatever he wants to do, he did not commit any crime. Before he started anything, he has been warning the Nigerian government to stop the killing and burning of our people's businesses. And they refused. And they started continue burning businesses, go inside the market and killing people. Before he raised Biafra army and the form government in exile, so that he can protect his people and the killings and the terrorist government of Nigeria. Sorry, my brother. So that is what he did. And there is no court or no thing that will show that our PM have committed any crime. He have not committed any crime. He was only on defense of his people. That's all. He never commit any criminal against any government. So that is my own stand on that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother, for that very quick one. Let's hear just 1 minute, my beloved sister Ojugo, on this video. We discussed it and you prompted me to play this video. So
okay, I mean, okay, I'm good. Mazi Simon Ekpa came with its own thing, you know. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he is bringing a new dimension. Was Nnamdi Kanu there when Simon was bringing this new dimension? No. They've already kidnapped him. You know, so I don't watch any, I don't even know if DOS still exists. Like, I have no idea where their channel is. I don't watch any of those things. I subscribe because I don't like too much information. So even, okay, get it. Unless, you know, if you bring their video up here, yes. But me going to others, no. I subscribe from everybody. The only channel that I have now is your channel, We go 247, Care Report, and Kalena TV. That's all. But any other, no, I have no idea. So they can say whatever they want to say, but they should be ashamed. Ashamed. That, in fact, they need to hide under the bed. That they were with Nnamdi Kanu, even when Simon Ekpa has not received the Holy Spirit. Because he received the Holy Spirit as Paul received the Holy Spirit from Saul to Paul. So those that were with the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's death, your names were not mentioned. Oh, too bad, excuse me. Shame on you. Shame on wherever you are. But you still got mouth to talk. You still got mouth to talk. Simon did his own thing, his own way, the new dimension, and that's all. And Nnamdi Kanu will not, I'm sure in his heavenly this thing is not surprised, because even a lawyer, that's one black lawyer that always mentions someone else anytime they come to court before. I don't know what his name is. That man, you always go, what about someone else? What about someone else? So I don't think anybody will be, even if they finish this case without mentioning someone else, I will be surprised.
Yeah.
I will be surprised. In fact, I will be the one to go call them back. Hey, you haven't finished. Because I didn't hear the name of Simon Ekpa yet. I was expecting that. So it's not new. It's not new. Simon is standing to the bar. He brought a new dimension. And he got to that point to show us this is a new dimension. And Dr. Ngozi is holding the dimension to the bar. So they can say whatever they want to say, but if I were there, I would ask myself a question. That means I didn't get it right because my name was not mentioned. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. You've spoken well. Let's go to Akonyo Wetere. Let's hear from you, Akonyo Wetere. Take your 3 minutes and speak to us. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much, Uncle Chief.
No.
Good afternoon to my uncles and aunties in the house. Thank you for the work we are doing for us, Uncle Chief. The Bible na the ọrụ n'ubi adịgo na ndị gara ọrụ n'ime a na ha adịghọrị nne. That is what we are facing in this struggle. The jungle has matured, but the field workers are few. But you have taken your own space by holding the struggle while we are waiting for our leaders to come. I'm also thanking our DPM. A countless number of times I've said that God makes king and creates king. So, because the way that woman, when I look at the makeup of that woman, even me as a man talking, I have to retrace my step and do another calculation on her making. She indeed thrives. It shows that she's born for the position. So that is it. In today's topic, we have discussed a lot. We that are in Bongo, Mobolo, Kelena, a lot is going. I label mad every day. I started yesterday and day before yesterday. And I may have here not Waja. But no media seems to be carrying it. So they are gradually entering the Yoruba land. But two things I would say today. One of it is every Biafran, both the ones that believe in our independence of our sovereign nation and the ones that are busy sabotaging the struggle. Our prayers now should be that Tinubu should win 2027. If in the calculation, according to how our leaders are making their plan, that we will not strike before 2027, we should win so that the North will help us to do the work. What our leader told them, that as they are busy coming down the east to deal with us, that the Fulani will be taking over their land, and it is happening in our 2 eyes. We are seeing it. It's clear. So that's why I do say, people that have devoted themselves to fight for this, do they sit back to calculate this struggle that they are in? Because if indeed you are in this struggle, I believe that you will be changing tactics every day. When you sit back, analyze what you have done, analyze the situation on ground, you will look at this is how I would do it. But many people are in the struggle for self-aggrandizement, for position. Many of them are in it just to put their feet down so that when Biafran comes, they will now come with this past glory that we were among the people that fought for this freedom. But all those things are not even what.
We can't hear you anymore.
So,
Akoje, what's happening? We can't hear you anymore. We can't hear you. We cannot hear you, Akonye.
our leader,
We cannot hear you, Akonye. You are breaking up. You cannot hear you. Maybe you can just go out and come back again. We can't hear you. We cannot hear you. You are breaking up, Akonye. You are breaking up. Maybe you just go out and come back again. We cannot hear you. My brother Max, take the mic. My brother Max, take the mic and talk to us. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Mazi Chiefs, and happy Monday to each and every one of you, Nemoche and my Namoche in the studio, those in the comment section, and those that are watching us. I say happy sit at home to each, first of all, to myself, and to each and every one of you. And those that are participating in the sitting at home today, I say, may Chupo Kikabiama provide for you whatever that you are going to lose today for sitting at home, for showing Nigeria that you can never tire. You can never be tired of protesting against the injustices against our people. You see, when you look at this, the video that you played, I was in a platform yesterday on X while we were discussing the link between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. You know, Mazi Simon Ekpa is not doing anything different from the ideologies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and myself and you and every Biafran that genuinely wants to leave the criminal construct for Nigeria. There is no difference. It's the same ideology. Some of us, if we have the opportunity, we will be even worse than them. We'll be worse than them. Because it is long overdue. As we are talking today, if you go to Abia State, where my mother comes from, these people are collecting lands, 30,000 hectares, 1,000, 5,000. They are selling it to the Fulani headers. I sent some of this information to Mazuchus and to Mazuko. and Sister Harry, and the rest of them that I can, lay hands on. Our land is gradually good, but whatever that happens, let them continue to sell. Any land that is taken when Biafra comes by the grace of God, we will reclaim this land. We can never be like the Southern Kaduna people. Never. We cannot be like Southern Kaduna people. So there is nothing Mazi Simon Ekpa is. The only problem Mazi Simon Ekpa has is that he is not going to take instruction from a man that is held in detention. When we were there, we know how to extract information and confessional statements from accused people. Some of them are psychological. Some are with brute force, torture, and so on. When they do you something that they will do you, you will not even know when you are confessing what you did not do. I'm telling you people the gospel truth. Most of us were insiders. To a certain level, you that have conscience will begin to say, no, don't do this to this person. Because that person, as at that time, is trying to survive, to save his or her life. Therefore, he or she will agree to things that he or she committed and things that he or she did not commit. Just to be safe, just to be alive. Otherwise, you will see your skins being ripped open from you while you are still alive. That is the reason why Simon Ekpa said, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Prime Minister, said, I won't take instruction, because he is also talking from experience. Now, I know that the Finnish army also, they observe a human right, but there are so many things that you will be exposed to as an active service personnel, especially when you are with the Directorate of the Military Intelligence. These are things that happen. So remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from whatever that he is doing with our support. So why are you linking him with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or trying to use the activities under Mazi Simon Ekpa to against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How will you do that? How will you do that? I am not in support of that kind of thing, because I told them yesterday where I was. They are my brothers and my sisters as well. I also made my point clear. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot give instructions from there. And as Mazi Jimako said, his lawyer said some time ago, that his room and wherever that they are going to stay to have a chit-chat are being bugged and monitored. They have, listening devices, video and listening devices that they will use, that is there already mounted against him, to have snippets and exactly what they do there. Someone who is under duress, you want me to take instructions from him? And you want to link me with that person? No, we cannot link ourselves with him, because he is under duress, psychologically or otherwise. So whatever Simon Ekpa did was to the benefit of the entire Biafran people, including me that is talking here today. And that is the new dimension, like most of you have spoken here or mentioned. And that is what it is. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for the freedom of our people, the freedom of the land. For our people to breathe that sigh of relief from the Nigerian activities against our people. He's fighting for restoration of Biafra. And there is no difference from what Simon Ekpa is doing. But the only thing Simon Ekpa said, do not exempt Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from whatever that we are doing. And that is the voice of someone who is brave, a brave man. It is only a brave man that can stand and take responsibility of whatever that is. And mind you, that this security that they are attributing to Mazi Simon Ekpa and the entire Biafran people is not committed by our people. Inter-Society Organization has come out to publish a report. It is there on Sahara that 80% of insecurity in the southeast part of Biafra is caused by armful and headaches. Can't you get it? Can't you get it? Before Simon Ekpa, were there no criminal activities that were going on in Biafra land? There were no cases of armed robbery. What of Bakassi boys and their activities as well? What do you want to tell me? There were no armed robbers. There were no killings in Biafra land. And you want to attribute everything to Biafran agitators, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa. You are a liar. We will debunk you and will criticize you constructively and will present you with facts. One of our sisters too, who is a renowned journalist from Lagos, covered sit at home, just like it's happening today in Biafra land. This woman, our auntie, moved from Lagos to come and cover it in Biafra land to know firsthand what is really going on. Is it true that the Biafran people are the one, enforcing sit at home? To her greatest surprise, she said something. She said she added even 10% on top of what the Inter-Society Organization said. She said, because she is the daughter of the land, 90% of it is caused by the Nigerian army. The Nigerian army is aiding and abetting the armed herdsmen to come in, the terrorists to come in. They are also contributing. Go and look at what the woman said there in that meeting, or town hall meeting. The aggressiveness, the ferociousness of these people when they were approaching towards her will tell you what our people are going through in Biafra land. Is this Simon Ekpa or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is causing 90% of the insecurity in the land of Biafra? To hell with anybody that is going to say that or attribute most of those things. I told you, most often in this space, if Nigeria would do what they did in Liberia and Sierra Leone, go and check out who they call the Kamajos in Sierra Leone. The Kamajos are local hunters. They were used to fight for the Sanko. They were used to fight for the Sanko. Major John Paul Koroma also. They were also used to fight. And these were the activities of the peace enforcers. In Liberia, Liberia Peace Council was also used to fight child seller. And it was also the activity. What makes you feel that they cannot do it at their own backyard? The reason why they are not doing it in the north is because they are playing and repeating or rehearsing the scripts of Islamization. And whosoever that is a Muslim, whether you are an Igbo Muslim, Catholic Muslim, or wherever, you will always prefer to the establishment of your Sharia, whatever that is in your religion. They will never stand against it. Those people, those Muslims in Enugu today, whenever they say, oh, Sharia in Enugu, they will open-handedly support it. That is what it is. They are doing this bidding of their, the Islamization agenda of that country. And that is the reason why they cannot use what they have to chase them. But when you come to Biafra land, where we are fighting for our lives and our freedom, they will come after us. Only time will tell how long that you are going to continue to infest the land of Biafra with your criminality. Thank you so much, and God bless you, Mazi.
Thank you so much, my brother, for that wonderful contribution. I appreciate you for that line of thought. And what you just said is the way it is. Whether they like it or not, we will continue to bust their bubbles, whether they like it or not. It doesn't matter. We'll continue to speak. I welcome my beloved brother Okenwa. I can see Okenwa. Is that the Okenwa that I know?
Yes, my brother. That's the Okenwa, you know.
Okay, Nana.
Ah, I'm hello, one day, hello, TD.
They wouldn't have ya gasereke.
Iribole.
Ahore mama o maurunde ahore mama.
Ikujele one ya regima. Ya regima. Biafrans all over the world. You see, there is something, there's one statement our brother bro, choose survivor and make a lego. I say
No, my brother, I do.
Nibo say limoke man.
Yes,
So our brother Kelena say, if you have not seen the handwork of God, or if you have not seen God, look at this Biafran movement. That each step, God has a way of advancing us. Definitely. Each step. That is the thing. You see, when my friend from DSS, why I can boldly mention his name is that for months now, I broke the news that Soludo felt that he was going to report our Prime Minister, Maz Simon Ekpa, to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you remember that year he went to visit him. Then Soludo mistakenly, because Nigeria never wanted, and Jofo and DOS, they never wanted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to hear anything about our Prime Minister Maz Simon Ekpa. They want him to feel that everybody has deserted him so that they will give him a Wazirike treatment. That's what they wanted to do. Then it was Soludo that went there and felt that he was reporting him for him to stop sit at home, and he was very happy. When I broke that news, they tracked my friend. He was a DSS man. He was very, very close to that. So we have been battling it, and good at it that he left the country. He's no more in Nigeria. It was a very serious issue because they caught him and they wanted to kill him in Adamawa, but by the special grace of God, he left. What I'm trying to say now is, you see, Mazi Simon Ekpa has really dealt with Nigeria so much. You know, people feel that dealing with Nigeria is just by fighting the military or fight. No, he used wisdom, and he was ready. He was prepared. Exactly. Biafran liberation movement is no more in the hands of all these hoodlums, all these how is our DPM use the word? People who are Achikote Ekwano. That's one language he used. The people who are I've forgotten the word she used. That beautiful woman. I will remember it. There's one word she used to describe all these people.
These individuals.
These individuals, and there's one word that starts with C.
Let me remember it. I understand. Miscreant.
No, it starts with C. Don't worry. I will.
Okay.
Get it.
Go ahead. I'll remember it.
Now, because he has equipped, do you know what is happening? That confession. Do you know why it was dealing with DOS and all of them? I was with one politician. I mean, not politician. You know, I call the DOS people. I call them politicians. So I used to address them as politicians. So I was with having a discussion in one of their X handle or whatever, and where they were discussing this. I asked them question: why are you people so angry? Why are you people so angry? Because you people have been proven that you guys are all irrelevant.
I think the word we are looking for is mediocre.
Mediocres, exactly, mediocres. Those mediocres, what they want, you see, they cash out, those guys cashed out of Nigerian pocket, of this Abaribe and their co. Abaribe is not a good man. You see, what they are doing is, each step we take, they infiltrate the movement with their own agents.
Exactly.
And those people will be so loud. They will be, Nigeria is a zoo, Nigeria is a fat. We will do. All they want is just to bring you out for you to bring them in, for them to crash it. Like this woman in France. It's been long I have been shouting about that woman. Even there was a call PM made. I told him that, look, there are many of these people in your midst. You see, what is happening is that I am not digressing from what we are discussing, my brother. What is happening is Nigeria knew that the only real person who never stopped after they got Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was Prime Minister Simon Ekpa.
Definitely.
And when he made that statement that he was going to be the end of the DOS and all this, what they did was, you will see, watch his clip and watch that moment. From that day he made that comment till 3 months of it. Just go back to the clip. You will see how many people that joined Autopilot then. You will see how many of them that got back. You see, that's the movement. That's what they do. I am telling you from intel. Even now, why I'm very, very happy with what Dr. Ngozi Arabueze is doing is she has studied these things and she doesn't want to make that costly mistake again.
Exactly.
If you are not somebody we cannot identify, you are not going to be part of the cabinet. And that is good.
Yes.
You see, when you look at technocrats, when you look at people who have something to offer, they don't make noise. They don't make noise. So we should celebrate. If see, these are our brothers in that DOSIPOB. Let me be frank with you. From that discussion, they knew that what we are doing is the right thing. The only problem they have is that they have that is the problem they have.
Yeah.
They have this problem because they have taken from all many of them. There is one of their candidates. I mentioned the guy's name at somewhere around Okigwe and all these things. Okigwe, Nkwere, Abba, and all those places. You know, this new as Hope Uzodinma did. If you watch, most of them are young guys. Many of them are IPOB DOS members. These are the people who, many of them are their sponsors, many of them are their, you know, when I mean members is people who were there, and government infiltrated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with all those idiots. And when those guys entered, they did their dirty work. They did a lot of destruction. When you see Hope Uzodinma gallivanting today, it's not gallivanting because he's doing it alone. No. And the agreement they had is exactly what they are doing now. Their next plan now is they are confused. They want to. I confronted. You see, let me give this intel. This intel. There is something going on in Owerri Diocese Catholic. Bro Chooks, take this intel and send it to our DPM. There is this thing the Catholic Church in Owerri Diocese are doing. The military are training some people they called whatever that is going to secure the parishes. These are not anybody. They are going. There's ongoing training now in Obi's the army barracks. What I'm trying to tell you now is 100% assured information. And what they want to do, they want to infiltrate communities with all these things. So the awareness, we can conduct our own to know all these things I am trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Because I confronted them. I told them that I am not part of them anymore. For them to have kept silent and all these things are happening. So what you see that all these things are what they are saying now to bring in Mazi Simon Ekpa into the case. It's just a way to prolong it, because the next witness, we should not celebrate with this witness. Forget, they are preparing their ground.
Yes.
Nobody should
Of course,
celebrate.
I know. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 100% right.
The next case, they are going to be bringing in most of these testimonies from the DOS. All of them are lined up. We should not be disturbing Owazirike. Owazirike might not even be interested in all these things. You see, DOS members, they are very dangerous.
Yeah.
They are very dangerous. They are the ones that pushed Mazin and the Kalu. Remember, they arrest this AAA witness or whatever he's saying. DOS are the ones that pushed Mazin and the Kalu to make that trip, because they accused him that the money they contributed for either defense, whatever, or for the transmitter.
For the transmitter.
For him to prove that he did not eat that money, that's why he made that move. And once he made that move, they conspired with Nigeria. Ask yourself, why would Nigeria allow him to pass through the airport? They did not arrest him there, and they went straight to the hotel where he was living. So these guys are very, very dangerous, and they don't want anybody who will come against them. But in all cases, Mazi Simon Ekpa never done anything that is against the law. We should not even be saying that what Mazi Nandikalu knows, that even Mazi Simon Ekpa is within the law. The only thing is that this person is an individual that is doing his own in his own way, and this person is an individual that is doing his own way. And if you watch our DPM, they are also trying to push her into making a very social media, violent claims. Okay, we will deal with Nigeria today. We will deal with. That's all they want to know, so that they can push that narrative. And I thank God for his wisdom, for the way he blessed that woman with that wisdom. I don't want to go too far. I am very, very happy because God is answering our prayer. The last remark I want to make before I drop this mic is, how are we going to get Biafra when Nigeria and the world is not engaging us the way they are engaging Mazin and the Kalu and the way they are engaging Simon Ekpa? Nobody should be afraid that they are in the hands of these people, because that's the way freedom fighters are going to make the wave. If they are free,
definitely.
If they are free, talking with me and you on social media and all this, from now to the next 100 years, we are still talking of Biafra. But what they are doing now, they are very close to making the world. Look at Mazi Aloy Ejimako boldly can tell people that we are all Biafrans.
Exactly.
That is the thing.
Yes.
Very soon, Nigeria will be hearing it. Everybody will be saying that we are all Biafrans.
Biafrans.
So we are already conquering. We are already winning. Forget about all this thing or P2B and all that. These guys are very dangerous. Forget about those distractions. In fact, one of our brothers that is doing this thing on TikTok, I think Anyi Special.
Anyi Special, yeah, I know.
Yes, I went there and I support what he's doing. If Tinubu would be a destructive agent to Nigeria, let us all support him. Let us. I'm not so voting him. Let us just keep mute. Let him be there till he destroys Nigeria. To everybody is tired and say, please, Nigeria is no more working. We should go. And which they are doing it now. And that's why he's saying that Tinubu is his own man. You see, what we are doing, God has blessed us with Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. I pray to my ancestors, the God Almighty, I pray today, looking at this son, that he will continue to bless that woman, make him strong, give him divine wisdom for her to lead us to that place. She is the Esther, she is the Naomi in this liberation movement. Thank you very much. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Okemwa, good to have you. I appreciate you. Each time you come is always very, very interesting and important. Thank you so much, my brother. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect you, secure you wherever you are. Stay blessed, my brother. So, my fellow Biafrans, you have heard it, and we have been here digging it out. It's more than 3 hours now. But before we round it up, I want to bring up some updates that we need to have. There's some update that we need to know about before we round it up. Some programs that are coming up that every one of us must be part of. There are certain programs that are going to come up. The one that is coming up on Sunday that every one of us must be part of. Please make sure you prepare for this program. It says, let me read it out so that we can be able to be carried along. Official meeting announcement, environmental protection awareness campaign. Environmental protection awareness campaigns. We are pleased to announce an official meeting to discuss environmental protection awareness campaign. Your participation is essential as we work together to promote sustainability and environmental responsibility. Department of Water Resources and Environment Management from United States of Biafra. Please prepare yourself for this program. It is very, very important. Biafra has been declared and everything has to be put on board. Plans have to be made to see how we can be able to do what we have to do, restore our land, and put Biafra in shape. The program is going to be held on Sunday, May 11, 2025, by 5 p.m. Biafran time. Make sure you are part of this program. Please, make sure you are part of this program. The secretary is going to be there to speak to Biafrans and give us guidelines and directions. And you can ask your questions and make your contributions also. Our secretary is going to be there to hold the program is Honorable Dr. Cornelius. Honorable Dr. Cornelius Nana will be there. He's in charge and he's the secretary for the environmental protection and awareness. Every one of us should be there to ask your question. Try to be there. Try to be there. It's going to be held on Sunday, May 11, 2025. Very, very important program that every one of us must be part of. And we must remember that our 30th May is fast approaching. The celebration of our heroes is fast approaching. That is one of the most important time also that we can't afford to miss. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must prepare yourself. And this year's own is going to be extraordinary. Remember, it is triple item on that very day. We are going to open a Washington, D.C. office. Very, very important. The Washington, D.C. office is going to open so that every Biafran will participate and we will be close to the door. You know, as we are talking about recognition, it is important we are in the headquarters where things are happening. The place where decisions are taken. That very day, it is going to be open. And it is, again, peace summit. It is a peace summit. A peace summit. So every Biafran need to be there. More especially people in the United States. Don't miss it. Make sure you are part of that program. Make sure you are part of that program. Don't wait. Don't wait. If you have not yet gotten your ticket, please, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go and get your ticket. And again, the Biafran JC is also out. The Biafran JC is out. You can get the JC for yourself. Go to the site website and order for this JC.
All these JCs are in stock. These are beautiful materials from Humel. I had a meeting today with them that we should start putting these materials out there. Some of the materials still need to be in stock, which is lacking. But just to show you guys some of the things that are here, these materials are beautiful. I already collected my two own samples, taking them home. Also, this is for like iPad, for mouse, for those using computer. There's a lot of materials, cups, bottles of water that are there. So I will encourage everyone to go into www.biafrasports.com and order your own jersey, customized jersey with Biafra logo and everything on it. Okay, we need to be proud of our identity and show the world that Biafra is here. Humel is with us 100% on this. This is original, highly original product. Unbelievable. This is so unbelievable good to see.
So Biafrans, go to www.biafransports.com. www.biafrasport.com. Go there and order for your own jersey and other items that are there that belong to Biafra so that you can own your own. It is very, very important. These are things that we have to do because we are already in our nation. Don't stay behind. Every single thing you have to do today to protect Biafra and to project Biafra to the world, we have to start doing it. There is no time. There's no time. Let's get this.
No fear for our land. We go stand together. Fight for freedom now. No surrender.
This day is more than just an opening. It is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose. An occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently, simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political views. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous Chukwubikem Arinze.
Face many things, we don't fall. Them took a Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them catch we still they strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land.
Welcome back. Thank you. Remember, I said if you can be able to put this advert in your own language, any Biafran language or in broken English, please do it on audio and send it to me. There are people who can present advertisements just like our beloved brother Marvelous have done. If you can be able to do it in your own tongue, any Biafran language you can be able to use or broken English, do it and send it to me on audio. We'll put it on video and we can use it for our advert. Thank you so much. So my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that have been with us up to this minute. And we are going to take one more last video. With this video, we are going to go into our conclusion of the day and our last word. So let us listen to this very video. This video is extracted from an interview that was made based on the visit of the U.S. ambassador to the Mieti Allah, the discussions they have, and the interview that was granted. I want you to hear this man, what he's saying, so that we can be able to extract some word from what he's saying, and then from there we'll reach to the conclusion of the program of the day. Let us listen.
Coalition's view on a better framing. In simple terms, Steve and Kachi, it is one that does not include ethnicity. It is also one that does not include religion. So just the same way, for instance, and I think I wouldn't be wrong here, kidnap or the harvesting of organs is more common. That crime is more common in the Southwest, but nobody calls it Yoruba crime. Oil theft is more common in the Niger Delta, but nobody calls it an Ijo or whatever crime. And then there are several other examples I would give that are more common with certain specific parts of the country. But nobody associates them with ethnicity. And so the framing should be one that does not have ethnicity in it. It should be one that does not have a religion in it.
You see, they are fighting very, very hard. Fighting very, very hard to make sure they extract Fulani from the atrocities that is happening in Nigeria, when every one of us know that Fulanis are the ones that are doing it. And look at the meeting that this man went to have. So what they are trying to do today is to make sure they push a different narrative, to change the narrative, to make us believe that no, it doesn't have, you don't have to mention people's name. Oh, he's just quarreling. Oh, that Nigeria will not be sanctioned by United States. That is what the program is all about. And for this ambassador to make this move, I don't know where. I don't know why, if we can still continue to depend on somebody to come and help us. And I am waiting to see the response of the government of Donald Trump, because this man that is telling us not to put Fulani in the atrocities that is happening in Nigeria, the same government of Donald Trump, I could remember when people were telling Donald Trump, don't mention Muslim when it comes to terrorism. And Donald Trump was very, very straight and direct, and he said, fundamentalists, extremists. He said Muslim extremists. That's what he said. He used extremists in his word. But these people are trying to make us to remove the Fulanis. They want to exonerate the Fulanis, but every one of us that is in this issue that are feeling know that Fulanis has been the problem. The first terrorist that entered in Nigeria, Othman Danfodio, was the first terrorist, and he planted this evil seed that's doing good. You can imagine how worried they are now that people are waking up. And these same people are the same people that have projected the Biafran people, told lie against us for more than a decade. They have been telling lie against us for more than 50 years. They have been telling lie against us that we fought a war, Biafran war, Biafran war, Biafran war. That the Igbo people fought a war. Igbo coup. They said Igbo coup, Igbo coup, Igbo coup, Igbo coup. They have announced Igbo coup for more than 50 years. And that announcement of that Igbo coup has brought a lot of damages, have taken a lot of lives, destroyed a lot of businesses, destroyed a lot of properties, destroyed many mindsets for more than 50 years. Today, when the people have finally woken up and they are speaking their mind and saying the truth, they are now fighting using the United States, the same United States that the president came out and told us that he can never remove extremists and mention their religion. He said he will not remove it. And let us now wait and see what is going to be their response from this nonsense that these people are now saying. And I thank God now, you see, when he was now mentioning them, he called about organ harvesting and ritual. And he mentioned Southwest, that it is much more common in the Southwest. He mentioned the Niger Delta with the oil bunkering. But I never hear him mention about the Biafran with the Igbos. And they have a reason why they are dodging that now. They are now dodging that. But I tell you, let nobody get distracted. We know the people that are causing the atrocities in Nigeria and causing the problem. It is the Fulani terrorists. Fulani terrorist group. Don't ever allow them to gag you and make you remove that. It is a fact that nobody can change, no matter how they try. Just like Donald Trump said he will not remove that extremists and mention their religion. The same thing is what is going to be applicable. And let's wait and see what is going to be their response. Let's allow him finish talking his rubbish, and then we speak on it.
I can't give you an answer at the moment. I did have some ideas and suggestions, but also those ideas and suggestions have been criticized because they included a profession like herders. But one that comes to my mind perhaps is militias. There is no ethnic group in Nigeria at the moment that does not have one or the other form of militia. Steve, I did a research in a part of the South. I wouldn't want to mention where, but I got to find out that communities were collecting levies. They were asked, any member of that community was asked to pay levies. Weapons were being bought by that community. And then, of course, the monies that were collected were used to influence security officials whenever they...
Now you see this man equating security outfits in Biafra land to Boko Haram and Fulani killers that are the number 4th deadliest terrorist group. This man is here trying to equate them with the security outfit that people are forming to secure themselves from the same people. You see how evil these people are. Justifying they are never repentant, they are never apologetic. This man is here justifying the atrocities of the Fulani headers. Trying now to compare the people they renamed the bandits, the terrorists they renamed the bandits, and the book is comparing it to security outfit that people form to secure themselves. If you don't wake up now,
intercommunity conflict. It's a conflict over land in a certain part of the South. And so the two communities now started collecting money, and then they have militias that any time there is that conflict, the militias will bring out their weapons, and before you know it, there will be the type of atrocities that we've seen. So perhaps maybe a militia associated with the Hada, but then if some are not comfortable with the fact that the term Hada is being used, because of course that's a profession, and that profession is not specific or unique to a particular ethnic group, and that
it is unique with the Fulani. Don't tell me that headers is unique with the Fulani. The people that are known to be herdsmen in Nigeria are Fulani. Igbos are not known as herdsmen. Yorubas are not known as herdsmen. Even the Hausas are not known as herdsmen. The people that are synonymous with that name, that are known for that very activity, is the Fulani. Fulani. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter how you try.
That's why I think there is a need to bring in experts from across the West African subcontinent, from across perhaps even places like Brazil, Australia, that have had a history of pastoralism, so that we hear from them how did they frame their own, and what framing supported peace building. Because I think that is the objective, Steve. We must find a framing that is not isolative, that is not abusive, that does not encourage stigmatization, and that at the same time does not encourage the generalization that may lead, and I say with all sense of responsibility, to genocide. If you blacklist an entire population of 30 million, we may see instances where innocent persons, and in fact we've seen it in the past. There are instances in Benue State. I remember a particular...
You see this idiot talking about blacklisting an ethnic group. The Igbo people have been blacklisted in Nigeria for more than 50 years and stay counted. For more than 60 years, Igbo people have been blacklisted. Genocide have been committed against them, and they continue to commit it up to this moment as we are speaking here. Perpetrated by this idiot that is speaking here, his own people. Push that, and they are still doing it up to today. And look at him here complaining. Because people have woken up to know their atrocities. To know that Otman Danfodio brought nothing to Nigeria except terrorism. He's here, trying to speak English.
Fulani group that was traveling from Taraba through Benue, they were killed. In fact, they were incinerated inside their vehicle. Then in Zamfara State, there are several instances where...
Those people were not anything less than terrorist group. Because at every given opportunity, they renamed them. They named them herdsmen, which later became the fourth deadliest terrorist group. They changed that name. When they saw that we have found that one, they changed them to bandit. From bandit, now they baptize them to be hunters. These are the same people. Anybody that is watching, if you are not a Nigerian or if you are not aware, the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, the ISIS, the herdsmen, Fulani herdsmen, the bandit, and these hunters today, these are the same people. The same people. The government always give them different name to make them acceptable by the people. They baptize them at every given opportunity. They give them, baptize them and baptize them. But these are the same people. We must not lose our guard. Not now.
Women, Fulani women who come to market will be targeted, killed, raped, and things that I don't even want to stay on air done to them. Then you remember the case in Plateau State where a certain boss that was traveling, I think, from either Gombe or Bauchi State, that the Fulani inside, was stopped, and every person in that vehicle was killed. So there have been instances of specific targeting because of ethnic identity, and it was based on this hatred that the use of that term has emerged. So that's number one. We as yet don't have a solution, a better framing, but when you bring experts together to discuss it, perhaps a better framing can come up. The second part of your question, the president's visit to Kathleen.
No need to listen to this idiot. He has just said what he had to say. See how they are fighting so hard. So hard. The same thing they have done against the Igbo Biafrans for more than 50 years. The same thing they are still doing against the Igbo Biafrans that have kept us where we are today. That have kept us to continue to explain. In anything we do, we must have to explain. You have to go extra mile to prove yourself before people to believe you. Today, look at the same people that did that is here talking rubbish, talking trash. It is sad. But we are going to end this program here. So as we are ending the program, let's start from our sister Ojugo. Okay, she's gone. Let's go to my brother Greg. My brother Greg, just use 2 minutes, speak on this video, and give us your closing remark as we round up so that I can catch up to my partner.
Yes, Maz. I'm the person who started this program because last week when I watched that film, I forgot it totally. So, but when I come across it again yesterday, I said, no, today I must raise this issue because I cannot see the reason why the American embassy will go to this so-called Miati Ella. So my question is this a new ambassador that came to Nigeria, or is it the ambassador that have been in Nigeria all this while? So does it mean that this ambassador have not had all the pies they have been paying our people, all the evil that the Fulanis have been committing in that land? This man talking about organ harvesting, is it not the same Fulanis or I don't know, the same Fulanis that will kidnap people and give them option? Either they will pay 100 million or they will kill them and harvest the organs. Then we get to sell those organs. So either they give them option, they bring that ransom 100 million, depending on how much they want from the person, or they will buy that person. So now he's trying to tell you that those who have harvesting organ and the Yorubas, and maybe I don't know why Igbo did not come out from his mouth, but they call the jaw. So the people are always very clever, because when I watched this thing, I say this American ambassador is a criminal and he's corrupt. Because if that man is not corrupt, he cannot tell me that all this Boko Haram they have been sending in form of military, they will go to the east and bomb people's houses, pull people's houses down, and they go inside the market and start shooting, and they destroy people's business. This ambassador have not had that. This ambassador did not have, was he not in Nigeria when this last election? They were killing people and they destroyed their businesses in Lagos. The same ambassador was there. The one that's happened in Abuja and all this while. And this ambassador had not spoken or visited any of those tribes, or visit any of those Biafra, especially those Igbos in Lagos, or go to the east and visit those places that have been using Boko Haram to go and destroy businesses, or going to those churches in the east where they have been destroying churches, they burning their churches and buying our people. This ambassador have not had it. It must be the same ambassador that turn things around and make a burden to say that those things that they are talking in Nigeria are propaganda. That was what Blinken said. after when he visits Nigeria and come back. He said all those things they're talking about in Nigeria are propaganda. And that is why they removed the name of the Nigerian government as the worst country where they're buying Christians and destroying and humiliating Christians. They removed their name. It was because of this evil ambassador. So America must know that man in Nigeria is an evil person. He's a corrupt ambassador, and he must be removed. He has to be removed from Nigeria. He's an evil person. So it is a good message that the what do you call it? Trumps understand that this ambassador in that region is corrupt, and that is why he has not been speaking up all this while. Rather, he's trying to look a way to connect with the Fulanis. No, Fulanis and the Muslim people, they are very clever to tell their stories and use the British to go under anything they want to do, just as they did with Simon Ekman through the European Union. So they now want to turn everything so that Trump will start seeing, they will want to use lie to cover up. And it will no more be the reports that have been there for years, and even from the human rights. So that is why I raised this alarm that this man, this ambassador, is an evil, and the Biafra government must take note of this ambassador and write a report against him for going to meet Allah that have been killing people, both in Jos, both in Benue, both in the East. And now the man, they are trying to turn it. So this is trying to cover up. That's why that ambassador, that corrupt ambassador went there. And the Biafran government must rise against this ambassador. They should not waste time, because they are always very clever. They can use anything to bribe any ambassador, any Western person that's sent there to work. They will give them oil block and cover the truth on his mouth. That is my message. So Biafrans should be careful, and this message has to go to the Biafra government, United States Biafra government, for them to take action and take care of that ambassador in that evil country. That is my message for today. Thank you, and God bless Biafrans.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Greg. I appreciate you. Let's go to Brother Max. Brother Max, give us your remark on that video and your closing remark at the center.
Thank you so much, Mazi. I think Mazi Craig has just taken so much things that I wanted to say from me. But the only thing I will say is this. You see this Meeti Allah. Meeti Allah is a terrorist group. The headers, armed Fulani headers, are under the Meeti Allah. They control them. And they also control so many of them, like the Funa. And all of them are doing the same thing. And together they are doing it. When the British High Commissioner, Catriona Lang or whatever, was in Nigeria, it was alleged that so much money, bribe, was given to her by these same people. She was not writing reports of what was happening. She was not sending it to the appropriate quarters in their homeland. She was that woman was so corrupt that whatever they give to her is what they will take. She will take, I mean. Do you know how rich this Meeti Allah is? They are so rich, you compare how many cows Lagos consume in a day. And what is the cost of one cow? Approximately, they say 10,000 cows a day. That is just for Lagos alone. And these are cows that these people are controlling. So there is no place, no organization in this world that they cannot buy, unless a man or woman who is being controlled by the Spirit of God. A man or a woman who is very, very conscious of what he or she is doing. That is the only person that cannot be corrupted by these people. But any other person can be corrupted. This same man that came, that they met right now, the ambassador will not be, oblivious of the antecedents of these people. They are number 3 most, what do they call it? Terrorists, organization in the world. Metiala, armed, Fulani terrorists, the most dangerous, third in the world also. For him going there, meeting them, well, there is no problem meeting them. We live in a democracy and a free world. Everybody has the right to associate and ask questions and so on and so forth. But
how could they have that right? But they told us that they don't negotiate with terrorists.
Good. You see, look, let me tell you, America negotiates with terrorists. Forget about those nonsense that they talk about. They negotiate with terrorists. The ones they brought to Ghana here, how did they bring them? How did they bring them to Ghana? Is it not through negotiation? The ones they released, that they de-radicalize and send them back to where? And later went back to Yemen and start fighting. Didn't they negotiate? They negotiate secretly, diplomatically. But when they come out, America is a person that when they go to the bush, they will hit, they will jump on the center of the road and say, who did that? This ambassador is acting like General Michael Langley. That is who they are. They tell the other side why atrocities are going on in a country. They call themselves the upholders of human rights, freedom of speech, and so on. But you see indigenous people right from the start of the agitation of the IPOB, Biafran agitators, they kept quiet. The only thing they do is to write a report through Human Rights Amnesty International. Reports that has no binding, that has no teeth to bite. That is what they do. They keep quiet. If not that Trump came, would you have known that US aid were used to implement, terrorism in Africa? Do we know? They covered it. The same thing this man is trying to do. How many times has this man or the American people came to find out on these people? Is it not you people that were going, the Christian Association that were traveling, going down there to the White House to go and complain? Have they come to you? Look at the ambassador, look at what they did. Is it not the same America or yourself, an ambassador or who that came and was dancing with the, these same people that are, unalive, displacing people from their ancestral land? Is it not the same people? Associating with them, makes me feel that you are not ready. You are not ready to listen or understand what is really going on, or willing to attack these people, based on the atrocities that they have committed. And I would like to tell you, like this guy that was speaking here on the television, he is trying to do what we call damage control. The atrocities of the armed Fulani headers. Armed Fulani headers cannot be wished away. As we are talking today, they are still unleashing evil on the indigenous people. They are busy buying land in your places. When they finish buying those land and they settle there, the foreign elements will come in and they will begin to encroach into your land. That will replicate what is going on in Southern Kaduna. In Southern Kaduna, as we speak right now, the indigenous people, they are afraid to even come out. That is reality. And for those chiefs and the governors of the state that are selling the lands of the Biafran people, the indigenous people, to these people to, to occupy. I do not know why the citizens or the indigenous of those places are not rioting. I don't know why they are not protesting. Just like the Mamufu, the people in Enugu did. Well, the only thing I would say to our people is this. It takes only one man to change a lot of things. Only one man to change a lot of things. This ambassador meeting these people, spells bad, evil for me. But we must continue to do what we're doing because we're not fighting for anybody to come and help us. Our freedom is going to come from what we are going to do, what we have started, what we are doing, and what we are going to do. So, Biafrans, do not pay attention. For me, don't pay attention on what they can change the American ambassador right now when he or she misbehaves. We must continue to do those things that we feel that is right in the eyes of God and in the eyes of man, gearing towards the restoration of our country, Biafra. That is the only thing I will tell you. These people will do their own. As they are doing their own, God is using us to do our own. The only thing we need to do is to make sure that we support the lady that is here now pioneering the affairs of this United States of Biafra. Support her in everything, in prayers and whatever, in cash and in kind. She must be supported. Just like I had the discussion I had with you early in the morning, I believe she has capable hands that are advising her on what to do and what not to do. When Biafra comes, you see this person that is talking here today, trying to cover, trying to right the wrongs of the atrocities these people are committing right across, right across Africa. We will not have the opportunity to say what is said in Biafra land. That is my mother's ancestral land. We will tame them and we will put things right. Thank you so much, Mazi Chiefs. And may God continue to bless each and every one of you that has, in one way or the other, supporting and continuously supporting this agenda, the Biafran agenda. The world will recognize us in God's grace. And I must tell you today, based on what I heard from, when it comes to men of God, I have something, different perception. But there is one that I've been monitoring. I have been monitoring this man for more than 7 years to 8 years now. There is nothing this man has said. He is a Biafran. He is in Lagos. Most of you know him. There is nothing this man has said that has never fulfilled. And I believe that God is just like the Bible said that on the last day, false prophets will come out to deceive, even those that are already been saved. It doesn't mean that there are no genuine ones. There are genuine ones. And by their fruit, ye shall know them. And that is how I am watching this man. Mazen Namdekano's freedom is right there in the corner through the grace of God. Let's continue to do what we do. And I will be the happiest man if my leader, Mazen Namdekano, will be out as God will have it. He is going to be out. And Mazen Simon Ekpa also must be prayed for. We must include him in all our pastoral prayers. Because that man is not fighting just Nigeria. He is fighting Finland, the authorities that are holding him in Finland. He is fighting United Kingdom. He is fighting most of the Arabian nations, those that are in OIC, that have interest in what is going on in Nigeria. And their core mandate, Islamization of entire Nigeria. Those are the people that he is fighting. Thank you, and may God bless each and every one of you. I yield here.
Thank you. My brother Christian, thank you for joining us. You are late today. Thank you for joining anyway. My brother Christian, just take your time. Take your time and give us your submission and conclude it at the same time so that...
Yeah, Mother Choose. Good day to you and to every Biafran in the panel. I came, yeah, well, I was just too busy. But so can I just ask? Because I don't know this U.S. ambassador. Do you know? Well, maybe I could as well Google it later on. If he's a Trump appointed ambassador or is a carry forward from Joe Biden's the last administration. You don't know, right? I mean,
I'm not sure about that.
okay, I will try and see if I can Google it, because the thing is there's a part, kind of, you know, two parts or maybe more to the whole thing. I've seen it a few days ago that he went to the Meati hours and yeah, so the thing is, but like Greg said earlier, I think it would be good that USB government, they try and petition in the form of petition against him, or write something, at least make it known to the administration, because USB is a government now. Okay, so on that capacity, they will be writing official petitions and letters based on whatever we deem wrong, you know. So this is one of those situations they have to petition that so that at least we see how it turns out, what happens moving forward, because if he's new there or whatever it is, if he was appointed by this current U.S. administration, then we also have to somehow look to see the position that they take, because it's not a secret that the Fulanis are the brain behind the massacre or the fight that goes on in that place. There's this program, there's this channel, is a Christian broadcasting channel, CBN. Yeah. So I will also see because I saw an interview with a Christian. Is he a pastor? I think I don't know what he is, an activist. I suppose he's an activist, you know. He was brought into that program and he explained to them basically how the Fulanis, you know, supported by the Nigerian government, you know, orchestrate the killing and so obviously, so that's why I said that it would be very good, like Craig raised earlier, that the USB government writes a petition to know why and what is the position and what does it hope to achieve by going to meet the same people, the Meatiala, who are primarily responsible for all the carnage going on in the zoo. That is one very good point. But again, back to, like, if you remember when Mazinam Khan was also making reference to that effect, that these ambassadors, when they are posted into the zoo, they go there to enrich themselves for the most part, because Nigeria, that is what Nigeria represents. Like the cultural line that was there before, these guys, they make millions, because the Nigerian government, they don't care. Absolutely doesn't care about the well-being of their citizens. They don't care about development, nothing. All what they care about is to continue to keep this evil entity one on behalf of their master, the imperialists, the British. So that is what it's all about. So, but we're not going to just continue to fold our hands. No, we continue to do what we can do and make noise where it's necessary and do whatever we can, because that is so. And also there's another global game that is being played right now as we speak, you know, because the Chinese, for example, and the Russians, they are trying to do their best, at least do right by the indigenous people, by the continent of Africa. Now you have the French and their other imperialist group, you know, the globalists, who are also bent on, so more like a scramble, back again, like scramble over who owns what and who gains what from Africa in Africa. So this is also, and Trump also has this mindset of a transactional individual, you know, everything for him and for America for the most part is, there's nothing he will embark upon that will not be one way or the other beneficiary to the country, because it's very transactional. That is how he sees everything, from that angle of transaction. What is in there for me? So even you see that he has signed something with Ukraine, they signed a commercial or mineral deal with Ukraine. So that's how it goes. Now, but the central point though is that the USB must try and write a petition, so that let us see from there why it was necessary for the ambassador to go to meet the same people whom the whole world knows from the program on that CBN, that Christian Broadcasting Network. It was well spelled that the whole world knows. Nobody can tell me that he or she doesn't know what goes on in terms of the carnage that goes on. Is these people from the Futajelon, from the Fulani, who flooded into the country? They are the one doing it. Now, the guy on that TV you played, who tried to deflect or deceive, whatever, he won't hold water, because everybody know who are the ones who are causing all these problems everywhere. So that is the short thing I will have to say. I came in very late, but thanks for the program. I think maybe tomorrow on Wednesday, let me see how programs go. I will come in again. Thank you so much, and my greetings to everybody.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Christian. You've done a lot. Your input is always very important to us, and each time when you speak, I bet you Biafrans are glad. Thank you so much for spending
Yeah, sorry, it's very important. It's like, how can I describe it now? It doesn't have to be weighty or whatever, but complaint is a complaint, and it will be attended to one way or the other. So it will be very, very pertinent that the USB write this petition, because again, Trump has a lot on his plate, trust me, and the level of pressure that is upon him, it's not easy. All the can now, it's not easy. I'm telling you the gospel truth. The guy is under huge global pressure. So when I heard this letter, it goes a long way. Let us also know, because some things we won't even know. Advisors and they all have sometimes individual interest. So that goes. But I trust the USB government. We continue to support one way or the other. So they have to. So thank you so much. That's just what, because I think it's vital. Because we are the zoo. They are ready to spend. The money is there for them to spend, to buy up everybody. That is what they've been doing from the get-go, from inception. They just buy the commissioner, the ambassador. When they come, they buy them up. They keep silent, and they just overlook the genocide that goes on everywhere. Thank you. God bless, bro.
Thank you so much. We appreciate. Thank you so much, my brother. Fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that have been on this program from the beginning to the end. Thank you all for your support. I thank all my panelists, and I thank everyone that have contributed in one way or the other to make this program a success. May Chukwu come and guide and protect you. We pray that Chukwu come and guide and protect Dr. Ngozi Orebweze, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you for being part of this program, and we'll see you again tomorrow, same time, by God's grace. Stay blessed.
This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their life for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I got that day. Remember when me tell you say I got that day. Yeah, I remember that what I call myself Prospero. Would you go like a papa no go? But them we go niro. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro. Me tell you what I day. For we just follow the rest of man. I tell you what I say. Me know that you come to tell them.
I want to promise you something today.
must fight together. No retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, we'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front. Without food, without guns. For our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not them? They will remain indelible in my heart. Forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in a history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget. Our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
Then we are starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in our eyes, so I'm falling heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. We did not retire.